Okay, I don't think I've seen those last few animations before. That's a little bit different. Let me get ready here. Hold up. Let's see. This goes off. Nope, nope. How do I do this? Nope. Off. On. Crap. On, off. And there we go. Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. I guess we got Arius Volume Chapter 2 today, so that should be interesting. Hey Salty, welcome, welcome. Oh my gosh. It's been a while. I feel like it's been a while. Doing like one stream 3 days apart feels like a really long time, but I need that time. I need that time to work on stuff. I hope everything is going well though. Today has been crazy. Just been watching the social media feeds for Olympus Company and stuff like that. And interesting stuff. I wish we had some, what do you call this? Blue Archive news, but I guess the Blue Archive news was all last month, so yeah. Oh well. I'm actually surprised there hasn't been an announcement for a new event. But then again, I think we're still coming off of Decagrammaton, I think. When did Decagrammaton end already in JP? I'm assuming it did. I'm assuming it ended a couple of weeks ago, but I really don't know. So, hopefully we'll hear news of another event soon. And then I guess hopefully we'll see where we go from there. I don't think we're gonna be getting a new story, like a main story anytime soon though. Would be nice. Would be nice. But yeah. Still doing my usual thing. Still trying to get stuff written for game dev stuff. And it's kind of sort of coming together. Not as far as I would like it, but it's at least something I can work with. And hopefully, maybe in a week or two, I can finally get to actually working on the actual game. Well, I mean, I guess technically if you're writing something, it's already the actual game, but you know, actually coding and stuff like that. That would be ideally where I am. I guess writing the documents takes the most time, at least on my end. Oh well. As it is. Anyway, no new event this week, just the Arius Volume 2. I'm assuming... Well, this one's gonna end soon. I don't think we've got an announcement for the next one for Global, but I think Global, maybe in a couple of weeks, we'll be getting the Magical Girl one, I think? Let me double check. Because I think after this is Magical Girls. Yeah... Should be Magical Girl after this, and then Winter Comic Cat. Winter Comic Cat in Red Winter. That should be interesting. Oh wait, hold up. Let's go. Okay, I'm just double checking the wiki here. Yeah, so we got Magical Girls coming maybe next month, and then Red Winter, and then Hyakyako, and then I guess it's Decagrammaton for a decent long time. Oh wait, they did mention a new event coming soon for JP. GDD is getting another event, really? That's I wasn't expecting that. Ah, GDD with K. Of course it would be. Of course it would be. Because K finally drops in. Alright, well... We'll get there when we get there, I suppose. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the story today. I think last time it took a while to get through, so... I'm gonna assume it's gonna do the same amount of time. So we're gonna go and get started. I'm gonna go over here. And we're at chapter 2. So quick recap, I suppose, from last time. Quick recap of chapter 1. Basically, there was somewhat... After the whole Eden Treaty thing, Arius students went different directions, right? Squad basically became fugitives. There were some who transferred to Trinity. And there's also some, I guess, that went to the outside world and came back because they found out they couldn't fit in. So, and then there were also people that were left in Arius itself. And I don't know, I guess there's just, from what I remember, a attitude, I suppose, in Arius that... What was it? I'm trying to remember. Like, they don't really fit in anywhere. People can't understand them because they're like... Their circumstances are very different. I mean, if you look at Trinity and Arius side by side, yes, more or less the same area, but also, dang, those rich people next door, kind of thing. Everyone seems so privileged compared to what's happening in Arius, but yeah, I suppose so. I suppose so. It's complicated though, very complicated, dealing with all of that. And I guess our Trinity has been trying to reach out. At least Nagisa has been trying to reach out. And if they feel like it's not for them, after all this is said and done, then I guess it's not for them. But we did try to start lessons. I guess the whole premise from the last time is a little bit funny. There were some students from Arius that were in Trinity. Is like, yeah, everything's new, everything's fun, everything's different, everything's good, a lot better than what they used to have. And then the whole testing thing came up as, I suppose, a way to have a taste of normal life, whatever normal life would be, at least better than whatever is happening back at Arius, I suppose. And yeah, just trying to introduce that idea to the people left at Arius. Like, what the heck are you talking about? It seems a lot of the other Arius students had no idea about any of that, except for, I guess, Subaru. Subaru seems to know a little bit more than everyone else. At least she knows how to navigate the world a little bit. And I'm really curious what the heck is happening, because there was also some ghosts, I suppose, that were like roaming around, but we only like got one little thing of it. And at the end of the previous chapter, we have the Remedial Knights drop by. Like, what? What prompted that exactly? Like, I guess it wouldn't. I guess Trinity has been trying to send some people to reach out to them, and each time they kept getting sent to the hospital. So for some reason, Mina decided, hey, we're gonna drop by this time, and it just kind of ended there. And that's where we're starting off from. Anonymous community service. Not so anonymous. Community service, possibly. How well received? Not very well received. If previous stuff is going to be taken into account, but let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. The sound of someone in need of aid called to us, so we marched towards it in accordance with our duty. So you say. That doesn't even make sense. No, it does. When it comes to Mine, it does. What? You know them? I've never met them in my life. Ah, Subaru, they're... Huh? Wait, huh? Hold on. What's going on? Is something else going on here? Besides the Remedial Knights? Is everyone here? Yes. Here, but what was the purpose of that? Yes, please enlighten me. Rather than so brashly taking hold of my hand, you may simply explain. What seems to be the issue, Sensei? That was a super scary face you made there. Do you need Hanai to cheer it away? Oh, Sensei actually making a scary face? What? To start... Do I know these people? Yeah, they're the Remedial Knights. Oh, one thing I just found out, I found out at the end of the last stream. So Subaru is a playable character, but I was surprised to find out that Maya wasn't. I thought they'd make a banner for her, considering, you know, she seems to be part of the volume and whatnot, but no! Maya's not playable. Why? Oh, jeez. Kinda wish she was. Yeah, Trinity's Remedial Knights. A pleasure, Knights. I believe this is our first meeting since our encounter in the 4th Sync. That sounds about right. What a hectic day, wasn't it? Has the squad been well? Oh yeah, all the way back in Volume F. Right, that's happened. That reminds me. Where's that one nun? The one with the intense outfit. Hinata? Oh no, Sakurako. Sakurako is busy with her duties as the sisterhood's... She's busy with testing. I mean, studying for tests. That test. Huh? But doesn't that mean you should all be studying too? So what happened is... Holding out a hand in aid to those in need should not fall to the wayside simply because it is exam season. I stake my honor that our brave remedial knights will emerge unscathed from both aid and exam. This is the very embodiment of aid. And most significantly, I currently reign undefeated in the rankings of practice exams. That's actually incredible. You're amazing, Mine. Thank you, Sensei. That said, I have a request for everyone here. Don't talk about Trinity or the remedial knights here. Oh, I guess that's why. Why would we need to do that? I'm in agreement. To lay a veil of subterfuge over our righteous path of aid. Serena actually getting the hint? Ah. Captain, I think what Sensei is saying makes sense. You do? But are we not here to aid these beleaguered students? You see, if we don't hide the fact that we're remedial knights, it'll cause thorny vines to grow all over our path of aid. Is that so? I guess Mine doesn't realize that there's a little thing called... But I don't know if you would call it politics, but definitely there's some sensitivities in Arius where they definitely don't care for Trinity in whatever shape, form, or fashion. Yes, it's also written in scripture, right? Something like, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. While I harbor no objections to the veracity of the statement, is the sentiment not more fitting of the sisterhood? I think Sensei must have a really good reason for it. Convincing enough? I see. I shall place my trust in your judgment, Sensei, we shall cooperate with your request. Yeah, I mean, that's... the thing is, right? Mine doesn't know what diplomacy means. I don't think diplomacy is in Mine's vocabulary. So, barreling in the name of Trinity to help who she thinks needs help isn't exactly the way to do it, especially if the people you're helping aren't receptive to where you came from or who you represent. Yeah, that's basically what it is. That's mainly why she butts heads with Sakurako a lot. Yeah, her heart's in the right place, but diplomacy definitely is not her forte. Thank you. You really are the best, Serena. As expected of our stalker. Me? Thank you. I understand. While my heart still finds itself unwilling, I have gleaned your intentions. However, times like these are precisely when one must be willing to take the stage and proudly promulgate? I don't think I've seen that word before. Promulgate our message of aid. We need only conduct ourselves with sincerity, and Arius shall respond in kind. It doesn't work like that, no. I'm begging you, please. Just for now. Until they trust you. I have given you my word, and it is my pleasure to heed Sensei's request. While here, neither word of the remedial knights nor Trinity shall pass our lips. Is everyone else okay with that? Yes. So that said, Captain? While we're here, do we have permission to call you just Mine? It may raise suspicion if we call you Captain.
Pardon? However... No, it indeed would be a strange address in this setting. Then I suppose... But please, go on then. Go ahead then. Yes, Mine.
I guess she's not used to other people calling her just Mine. Well, I guess under her.
Mine. I can do that, Mine. My apologies. I mean no offense. It's only due to the current circumstances. Not at all. In fact, I find it rather pleasing. Mine, does it not make me sound like a rather normal, approachable student?
Yeah, I guess even in Trinity you do have a reputation. Change outfits? Yeah, a little too late for that. I don't think anyone has a change of clothes, sadly. I don't think Mine... Oh no, Mine has an alt. Imagine they do change outfits into their alts. What do they even have? Serena and Hanae. The Christmas outfit, though I think Hanae also has a cheerleading outfit that's not playable. Would be very weird in Arius. And then it'd also be very weird for Mine to change into the idol outfit. Like, do they have any casual outfits, I wonder? That'd be something to look into.
Sorry for interrupting, but if we're all ready then... The Remedial Knights. No, an anonymous community service club is visiting Arius to spread their message of aid.
Oh yeah, during the festival, she also has a nurse outfit. I don't think that's any different from what they have. Though I guess it would it still have the Trinity logo? That's the question.
Understood, everyone?
Yeah, anonymous aid group. Though the guns would also give them away. Oh well.
Understood. While we really appreciate all of this, I was just wondering... Are you and the rest of the squad members okay with this? There's no need to worry, Serena. If anyone were to ask us where we were from, we would respond Arius without question. But the reality is, we're somewhere in between. Even that's being generous. So everyone's happy now, right? Yay, I'm so glad. It's always a pleasure to be around someone so exuberant. I look forward to working with you. Me too. Having Hanae with us would be akin to having an energy pill. Why don't we trade, Serena? You could have Hiyori in her stead.
Hiyori in the Remedial Knights? I guess I would toughen her up a little bit, maybe. No, she's plenty tough. She's just very, very nervous.
Oh, what? What? Nice to meet you, Serena. Mine. Sensei. Could we consider this proposition a form of aid? Where am I going? Apologies, truly. Hanae was simply so bright I couldn't help but poke fun. I understand now. It really is like a morning glory bloom, isn't she? I knew it was a joke the whole time. Definitely.
Are you okay, Maya?
I feel a little drained.
I know that feeling. So, what now?
Excellent question, Sensei. To begin, we must lay down a foundation from which a spirit of aid will burst forth. The Anonymous Community Service Club's first mission shall be to establish an infirmary.
Do they need one here? I guess be kind of like just making sure everyone's alright. But no, did she just do this for the heck of it? Really? Mine, of all the ideas you had, why? And not even as a directive from Nagisa.
Good work, Mine, and Sensei too. Good work, Sensei. You too, Mine.
And she's still not used to that.
Mine. That went faster than you thought it would. Duh, this is our specialty.
Oh, who's this?
Hello, Sensei, and...
Subaru, right? Yeah, it would be Subaru.
Hello, volunteers. Hello. Are you the student council president here? We don't have those kinds of designations and titles here. I'm sorry, we're not fully familiar with how things are done here yet. We're not? Pardon?
Wait, I barely stopped the two from saying more.
So you mean to say you picked this place of all places to come volunteer, without doing any research or having any particular reason?
Yeah, actually, that's kind of accurate.
That's... Yes, it is as you say. Do you find fault with that? Mine? I wouldn't go that far, but you have no idea what dangers could lie ahead. Despite that, you came all the way here to help the pitiable for your own self-satisfaction.
Right, this is part of the issue. She either thinks everything's self-pity or everyone's too comfortable, so that's why they're not as, that's why they're nice and all that.
In a way, it's mind-bogglingly brave. I presumed your objections were of a more complicated nature, for my response is quite simple. You suffer from a lack of aid. Aid? As I said, and the only cure is to respond with a tsunami of aid. And if through our efforts we may reduce the number of people suffering even one, then we cannot surrender.
I don't know how Doctors Without Borders works. I don't know how the Red Cross works. But she's basically the living embodiment of that for whatever reason. Where is this coming from, actually?
That is the essence of aid and community service. All else falls to the wayside. That's incredible, Mine.
Okay.
Indeed, incredible. Just as I've heard.
She knows already.
She's heard? Yes, I've heard a lot about Trinity's remedial nights.
Oh, she already knew from the start. Cover blown. What did you say? No. Wait. Remedial Nights? Who's that? No, we don't know anything about that.
The remedial nights? That's definitely not us three. We're the medial soldiers. I appreciate the effort, but you can drop the act. Did you really think you could slip some Trinity students past me of all people?
I mean, the uniform says everything.
Now, I'm sure no one wants to drag this out, so let's get to the point. Just stick to your gimmick as some community service club who came to help. Stay in your lane, and I'll allow this. Just know we would be having an entirely different conversation if this were the Tea Party or the Sisterhood.
Even the Sisterhood! Well, I mean, I suppose the Sisterhood can be a little bit overbearing sometimes, but, can't be any worse than this.
But I do know that the Remedial Knights is a bit of an oddball club in Trinity. You know all of that? It was nothing. We were one academy once, weren't we? Well, that's that. Keep your heads down and your mouths shut, and I'll give you a pass. Are we all in agreement? Understood. We agree to your conditions. Thank you. But the Remedial Knights captain didn't come with you all. Well, I guess that makes sense.
Okay, she heard about the Remedial Knights, but she doesn't know who the captain is. I see. I mean, if they already been found, may as well talk about the captain here. Sisters Trinity's equivalent CIA giving you ooey's rumors conspiracies. I mean, that may not be untrue. That may not be untrue about the sisterhood, but they're also very much nuns, I suppose. They're very, very much evangelical group, kind of. Does she know? Does she know?
There's only one of her after all. Running a huge club like that must make it difficult to participate in its activities.
Oh yeah, sorry about everyone. Hey Influence, hey TGR, hello Gop. Welcome.
That's...
Hello there, Shoko.
Right, our captain's currently providing aid to others in need. That's why she sent us. Yes, that is correct, essentially. Okay, well, anyways, I'm glad to hear that. I've heard things about her too. She's a militant leader who bulldozes anything and anyone in her way. Could you imagine if someone like that were to come here? I must interrupt.
You seem to harbor a misunderstanding here. Mine, please. Don't. Okay, actually, no. Let's see where this goes.
The Remedial Knights captain is someone who has dedicated her very life and soul to the mission of spreading aid. Here, we just call someone like that an ignorant blockhead.
Oh yeah, you're right. The Remedial Knights title disappeared. I didn't notice that.
Have care with your words, please. She conducts herself in sincerity and unwavering resolve. To denigrate her efforts and character so flippantly. You Remedial Knights really do trust and respect each other, don't you? Understood? Let's move on then. My presence is just going to distract from your community service, so I'll be stepping out. If something comes up, well, call me.
I guess she'll try to help, but not too much.
Mine. Worry not, Surina, Hanae. This is ever more reason to wholly dedicate ourselves to our mission. Yes.
I don't think I've seen that face on Hanae before.
However, before that, I shall retire for a short rest. My apologies. Of course, take your time, please. And why don't we go and move those boxes outside in the meantime? Okie dokie, leave it to me.
Alright, other than coming here for aid, there's gotta be a different reason. Hey, you okay? I mean, reputation is that you definitely have that reputation.
Naturally, I suppose attempting to conceal this from you isn't a fool's errand.
It is a fool's errand.
When one is faced with such bottomless fury, seething just beneath the surface, what is a proper recourse one could provide?
You mean Subaru? Honestly, we're still trying to figure that out. Is that what you felt?
Yes. These are the thoughts that stayed my tongue. The proper recourse, that in itself is offering aid. To receive the hatred of those who have resided here all this time. If that alone could dissipate it, I would receive it again and again. However, they remain steadfast in that boiling pot of hatred. Aid is communication, a relationship. If I reach out my hand and it is rejected, how can that be aid? Perhaps my belief here is a cynical one, however. You cannot hope to persuade someone who does not at least hold open the door to allow you to peer in.
No, I feel that. You can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped. It just doesn't work.
I have seen it before. People who board up the entryway entirely, all while praying that someone with the strength to tear down their barricades entirely will one day come knocking. Sensei, is something troubling you? Are you injured? I've thought about it again and again, but I should have handled things properly back then. I never should have left things the way I did, or as soon as I did.
Well, I guess it's been a while. There's been a lot of stuff that happened. Not only did you have to deal with the Eden Treaty, you also had to deal with Volume F, and then you also had to deal with, I guess, the Rabbit Squad and all that shenanigans. It just took a while, and then all the other events in between. It just took a while.
Hindsight is often our greatest critic. You cannot diminish what you have done for this place and for us, with perceived mistakes and faults. However, regarding this situation, to them we are of Trinity. Therefore, we are of the Remedial Knights. Should we claim to emphasize or understand their plight, the Arius students' hatred would only fester even more deeply. So perhaps the desire of mine is one rooted in arrogance. Regardless, my naive soul desires to mend the bridge which binds us. We will never reach a better tomorrow through distrust and ignorance. It's all lip service, however.
You know, this might be my first time seeing you tired, Mine. At least now we have a little bit of characterization of what goes on through that aid that you keep talking about.
It may well be. I feel you have shifted from your usual demeanor as well, Sensei.
Well, a lot has happened. Sensei's becoming a lot more vocal as of late.
I have an inquiry. As your student, not as a captain of the Remedial Knights. When one finds themselves at the end of the rope, what gives them the strength to continue holding on?
That's a good question.
Hey, Sensei. Say, hypothetically, if someone really wanted to throw their life away, is it even possible to stop them?
I definitely would try everything I could to stop them. Even if they really want to do that. Depending on the circumstance. Heroic sacrifice notwithstanding. Still. That's a tough question though. You gotta see where they're coming from first. I wonder when Mina got this idea of wanting to reconcile with Arius. That's also a good question. I feel like that's a new development. Or maybe the one that wasn't voiced before, but, you know. The things they believe in, the people they trust. That's what keeps them holding onto their rope.
Belief, you say? Your talent for catching me off guard remains unparalleled. Surely an educator's response would follow along the lines of, act with logic and caution. Every challenge is merely an obstacle to overcome.
Yes, but that would also be a little bit, that's a kind of a cop-out. But life doesn't always work that way. People tend to be motivated by their feelings and belief system. Whether that be faith in something greater or trust in something inside themselves. Emotions are reflections of our consciousness, which is why we tend to respond to them more reflexively. People aren't at the bidding of their emotions. They help push people forward and follow their hearts. I see. It seems I've received a private lesson from you, Sensei. As long as you believe in yourself, and that the path you've chosen is correct, then I should continue down the path I have chosen.
However, who defines right from wrong? How can one be certain the path they've chosen is the correct one?
That's just it. You have no clue. You have to prove it to yourself. I've been trying to do the same.
You as well. What could you possibly...
Everything that happens in the game. I guess Sensei just keeps doing Sensei things, and gotta keep doing Sensei things. How could I ignore a student in need of aid? I couldn't call myself a teacher if I did.
How very simple, and yet it didn't occur to me. Thank you, Sensei. Truly, I cannot fully express my gratitude.
Oh, what just happened here? Gently, Mine leaned her head against mine? What? Wait, how tall is Mine? I think she's one of the taller students. But wait. I think people are gonna misunderstand this if they see this.
Please excuse me, Sensei, just for this moment.
Okay, how many times has Sensei been in physical contact with a student already? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. 1, Mine, I guess we'll count this. 2, Subaru. There's probably gotta be at least a handful. She's just tired. Fair, but still. Remember that Sensei was acknowledged as the tall one by the Arius mobs. Yeah, I mean, that's true, but their Arius mobs are also short. That's a little bit different. But Mine, how tall is she actually? I'm gonna check. How tall is Mine? Let's see. 168! Oh, wow. That's actually pretty decently tall. She's almost as tall as me. Would she be able to, like, put her head against mine? I don't know. I feel like I would have to be sitting down for that one at least. He should be taller than Saori to be called that? Let me see. How tall is Saori? Saori is 167. Oh, she's a little bit shorter than Mine. That's not what I expected. Huh.
Yes, even a moment is enough. So, please allow me this.
With her head pressed against my shoulder, Mine began breathing evenly in no time. Please tell me you also have your hand on her head to calm her down. Because I would be doing that. You know, just to calm her down. It felt like time had frozen for that moment, but it didn't take long for it to shatter. What the heck was that?
Unidentified noise. Sensei, did you hear it as well?
What do you mean, did you hear it? That thing could have woken up someone who's been asleep. I heard it too. What could it have been? The Huns are coming.
Is someone blowing a horn or something? Yes, it could be interpreted as a signal of some sort. It's hard to tell. It kind of had an ominous ring to it though, didn't it? I think so too. What should we do, Mine? It matters not. We shall do as we must.
Are we fighting? Is there actually a fight? The trumpets blow. The first trumpet blows. And hopefully it's just a first trumpet. I gotta say though, if Arius was, you know, cleaned up a little bit, everything rebuilt, this would be really, really nice. They got that Gothic architecture there. Or is that a different kind? I don't know. It looks nice. It looks nice. I like this kind of buildings.
Here we go. One for you too. There's lots to go around, so please form an orderly line.
What are we giving out?
What even is all this stuff? To begin, this food package was specifically created to treat nutritional deficiencies.
Ah, MREs! MREs with the Remedial Night logo on it. I see.
While not to the extent of malnutrition, the medical exams for you and all the students residing here have revealed concerning issues. However, saturated fat and sugar levels were elevated.
Yeah, that's from all the burgers and fries that Subaru keeps on bringing.
Regardless, please make use of these rations to address your nutritional deficiency. You will find the taste to be sweet. 500 calories per pack would be excessive for those of regular diets. However, these are designed to efficiently replenish the body. They are easily digested as well as high in nutrition, vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Please consume 2 to 3 a day to begin. Thank you. And look, there's a water purifier straw. There's a built-in filter so you could even drink out of a puddle with this.
Yeah, but don't you have to change the filter out every so often? Or change the straw out?
It filters out microorganisms and it can remove up to 99.9%
of bacteria, just like your soap.
It's like a special tool that makes it so you can drink water from anything. These portable ones can filter out like 700 liters of water.
Oh, that's actually quite a bit.
Oh, but I can't filter out viruses, chemicals, salt, or heavy metals. What else? Make sure you drink slowly. Secondly, the straw has limits. If the water is too dirty or muddy, it won't be able to filter everything. Okay, I think I'm done talking now. Does this mean we don't have to collect rainwater in pots anymore? Or get sick after drinking still water?
Yeah, still water, it definitely is not the best water to drink. I'm surprised you guys haven't been boiling. Don't you have, like, fire? At least? Somewhere? Well, then again, where are they gonna get any fuel? Like, would they have fuel? Would they have any sort of thing to burn? Yeah, still water.
We also have first aid kits. No one can predict an emergency, so it's important to be prepared. This kit contains 30 types of basic medical supplies. Did you say 30? Yes, it contains first aid supplies, a small flashlight, and a battery pack. Emergency manuals, hand warmers, and even an emergency foil blanket. It's a standard first aid kit from our community service club. That's their standard. Incredible.
Well,
I'm surprised that you're even holding classes in a makeshift infirmary like this.
education knows no borders.
I see. But what's the point of all of this? Especially stuff like math, like quadratic equations and calculus.
You might not use mathematical formulas in your everyday life, but learning to think mathematically will help you too.
Think mathematically? Mathematically? What does that mean? You've piqued my curiosity as well. Please elaborate, Sensei. Math is just a language system that uses numbers as words? Okay, I think I get it. You're saying that math removes ambiguity and explains the world with numbers. So people who study math tend to be skilled at defining and explaining the problems, cause, process, and results. And following that vein, it teaches you to gather and analyze evidence to guide you to a logical conclusion. I see. Math is good for finding order and rules in chaos?
You know, unless there's chaos there. I don't know. I feel like the people trying to make a chaos theory, it hasn't quite worked out yet.
I still don't get it.
It can help you with being more persuasive. People like it when things are clear and easy to understand. Studying math can help you with that. So do your best to familiarize yourself with mathematical thinking. I don't think I've ever heard of that explanation before, but okay, we'll go with it. And by doing so, you can sometimes get others to listen to you. You can even show off a little sometimes.
That doesn't sound that bad. If I had this mathematical thinking back then... would I still have gone through what I did?
Yeah, you probably would have. I mean, talk to Saori about your contract stuff. Come on, she's gone through it before.
What happened? That's...
Saori's gone through this. Best person to talk to. Oh yeah, I guess also the thing at the park. Right. They were trying to get a cat down and they were shooting at it to get it down. Well, I mean, I guess it was probably the best, not the best way, definitely. But to them, it was the best way to get it down quickly. Sorry, doesn't have that much knowledge in math, but hopefully she has better street smarts these days.
A few things happened. When we left Arius... I knew it. I knew this was gonna be scary. Adults are scary. The world is scary. Now that I think about it, isn't Sensei also an adult?
Yeah, Hiyori, when did you realize that? Yeah, you're right. I apologize on behalf of adults. Not all of them are terrible.
What? Sensei, you don't have to... You don't have to.
Maya, what are you crying about?
Yeah, the outside world can be like that. But none of it is a reflection on you. Misaki. Well, it'd be easier to point our fingers at adults and the way the world works and call it a day. But nothing is black and white like that when it comes to life. So just ignore all of it. Erase stupid adults like that from your memory. You can't do anything about them, so accept and deal with what you can. And live. The world is already awful enough. Endure what you can. There was a time in my life I didn't understand why I had to keep on going either. But Sensei just told me to give it a try, so I am. I'm trying to live.
And I guess it's the first time everyone else in squad heard of this.
What is it? You're getting on my nerves.
Misaki. Misaki, you've grown up so fast.
Shut it, Sensei. Quit the crocodile tears. You're obviously enjoying yourself. You know, you're the biggest problem of all, Sensei. You better watch yourself.
Sensei's a problem? What?
Oh, what? Sensei is? Yeah, they're the worst. An absolute menace. Sensei woke up one day and decided to give me hope. And followed through too. If I had been lying, I could have finally given up. But now that I can't, Sensei should take responsibility for what they did to me for the rest of our lives. But they haven't.
Take responsibility?
That's Sensei. Watch your back. I see.
Huh? Does that mean we're going to be together forever? Oh, okay. I mean, other than the people who are fans of Misaki to begin with, I kind of can see why now people are claiming Misaki as another wife.
Stop with those ambiguous, easy to misinterpret statements.
Vanitas vanitatum. All is in vain. No longer.
Sao?
Huh? Vani vani?
It's a phrase I've heard countless times, but also a phrase that was misinterpreted countless times. Its original meaning was, since all things will pass, to take things in moderation. You, me, and everyone will dissolve into the past. One day, we might look back and think of this as nothing more than a hazy memory.
Oh yeah. That's happened. That's happened, I feel like, to everyone.
Or we might not ever get to that day. The future is guaranteed, so to be too set in one's ways is unwise. The only kind of future that should be predetermined are the numbers written in a contract.
Sensei decided to be more talkative this volume, and since then his charisma has gone into overdrive. Yeah, it has. It's definitely nice that Sensei's talking a lot more. Because he didn't used to. He was just very much an observer for the most part. Did Sensei really have to interfere in some of those things he's been involved with before? Probably not. But he's always poking them at least to the right direction. Or maybe not the right direction, depending on the case might be. But I think Arius here definitely needs Sensei the most right now. With, you know, with their lingering issues. So... In the JP localization, Misaki says that Sensei doesn't feed the fishes he catches, which became a meme in the JPBA community. I think that might be a very Japanese saying. So, I don't think I've heard of that one actually before. That's interesting. Oh, is that horn again? I thought it sounded a little bit different. No, it's the same exact horn. Okay, sorry. Can you explain what that is? Is that 4 now?
There's something happening out here.
Don't tell me ghosts. It sounds like a riot.
Keep calm. Panic never helps.
What's going on?
What's the situation? Jomai Saori.
Okay. Why are you mad at her?
Over there.
Oh, these things.
What are those? We don't know. They came out of nowhere. They seem to be just absorbing our attacks.
They're not,
This feeling, I'm sure. It's similar to that thing that appeared the last time I heard the trumpet.
Yeah, you saw this one before. But...
Oh! They're the ones that
blew the trumpets. Oh, well, crap. What happens when you get to the 7th trumpet? We're at the 4th trumpet already. This is where you notice how haunting this song can be? I don't think I've heard this one before, at least not that I've noticed.
Could it be? What the heck are they? First the trumpet, then 4 of these things? Huh? What trumpet? Are you serious? It was blaring in my ear. Do we need to check your hearing? What about you, Subaru? Did you hear the trumpet? No, I didn't hear anything.
Wait. So some people heard the trumpet and some people didn't. What does that mean?
See? That's weird.
Okay, I guess we're fighting.
They're coming this way.
They kind of look a little bit like a statue.
Everyone, get behind us. Yeah. Is everyone okay? Did anyone get hurt? We're ready, Mine. Perfect. From now on, the Anonymous Community Service Club shall serve as the bulwark against this threat.
I'm surprised you kept up that name.
Let's go. Not even a second of hesitation. Yes, I saw that coming. Things like that don't matter anymore. Think of it as protecting our old home. Everyone, be careful.
You're helping too, Hiyori. Don't think you're not helping. Okay, Hana is the only one not here, but we can't have 3 people in the back row. Oh, it's a boss. Hold up, I'm gonna slow this down. They're huge. No, wait, are they huge or are they just floating? Kinda actually looks like they're just... Oh, oh wait, I think they're actually doing damage. What? Okay, we need to heal a little bit. Resist. They're all mystic. Okay, Misaki's about to die. Okay, okay, Mine. Are you fine? No, she's. Oh, she's Okay, we're fine for a little bit. Okay, Hiyori. Wait, do none of you have mystic attacks, actually? Oh wait, this one has a shield. Okay, so this is unwinnable. But, huh. They were the Hyro killers? Yeah, I had a feeling it had something to do with the 7 trumpets. So far we heard 4. If they get to 7, how bad is it going to be? The last time I had to deal with any trumpets was in Lobotomy Corp. I guess technically also Library of Arena, but more so in Lobotomy Corp. You don't want that to get to 3rd trumpet, but we are already at 4, so we're kind of screwed.
Atsuko, get back. Misaki? Watch out.
Yep, that's what the shield's for.
Mine.
Ooh. What is this? Oh no, we're getting sent to the Shadow Realm.
What is this? Everything is dark. Am I sinking?
Nope, Mine, this is the Shadow Realm. You're never getting out again. Dang, they're really using those horror sounds. Oh, getting flashbacks now? Is that what this does?
It was a matter of perspective. In a way, it was simple. In a way, it was trivial. There were those who believed they alone held the pen to the truth. Mankind instinctively seeks to prove itself to God. To claim to be the one true orthodox is inherently a declaration that all who oppose you are wrong. And the council hereby declares the permanent and irrevocable excommunication of Arius.
Ah, I see. She's getting flashbacks from the past. So I'm assuming these ghosts have something to do with the old Arius.
In the name of our Holy Parent, Holy Children, and the Holy Spirit. And thus began the long history of our persecution. This is Arius's... There was no path forward. With nothing but bloodied hands and battered souls, we forged our own. Light faded from existence, and we were sacrificed to the shadows. They left us to rot in sewage and despair. Existences no better than the rats that scuttled beneath their feet. Trinity thirsted for a complete eradication. From the highest reach of the sky to the deepest pits of this land, they wanted our existence to be expunged from reality itself. It was under these circumstances that our survival became the highest form of resistance. Our only one. We festered with a hatred that we were too weak to avenge, and so it collapsed inwards. So many were lost. Meaningless loss soon became entangled in the rhythm of our daily lives. Hatred spread through us like poison. And thus, vanitas vanitatum, all is in vain. Trinity. Those presumed judges declared our excommunication inevitable. Trinity. Those presumed judges declared it the consequence of our own sins. Trinity. Those presumed judges declared suffering our penance and fate. Here, we protest. Fate is nothing but a fabrication. Nothing in this world is predetermined. If not for their own machinations in the past, where would we be standing? They must answer us. If not for the history they determined, what kind of tomorrow would we be dreaming of? They must answer us. If not for the hatred they planted, what fruits of love would we be harvesting today? They must answer us. Please forgive me. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. So sorry. I'll never...
That was blood red.
There exists a world where it is a sin for a child to hope. There exists a world where it is a sin for a child to pray for happiness. I'll let go of all hope. I won't rebel. I'll never pray for happiness. Never again. I'm sorry. In such a world, even the word mercy no longer holds meaning. Have mercy, please. Mercy.
Ah, Beatrice?
Answer us. What sanctity lies in the truth that took away our children? What is righteousness before the tears of a starving child, whose meals are procured through thievery, whose hands know no warmth but their own breath? Who can claim justice before a child whose life had known naught but meaningless suffering? That's a tough one, because that still happens. That's... Answer. It is your duty, your obligation. The present is built upon the foundations of its dark past. It was a mere matter of perspective, interpretation, something so simple, so utterly trivial. And yet from this wellspring did rage and resentment, hate and despair burst forth. The children of this land have long walked alongside death, treading closer than any other else in Kivotos. So tell me, by what audacity, by what entitlement do you dare live on? Answer. I cannot. For I possess no answer to your question. The issue lies in the question itself, for no justification can or should ever be made. Well,
When things from the past like this lead to a bunch of suffering and hatred in the present, it's really, really hard to undo. Giving this confrontation to Mine, yeah, this is... I don't know if she's equipped to answer this. Like, I don't know enough of her, and not having done her Momo talks and stuff like that, but I don't know if she's equipped to answer this. Her mindset, from what I can tell, is very simple. Someone needs help, you help them. Fair enough. But to answer, why did we get kicked out and have to suffer because of basically Not a misunderstanding. A disagreement? Yeah, I don't think that's for her to answer. I don't know if she can. Uh,
Even the stars and the moon in the sky could not bear to face their sins and hid away their light. Quo vanis domine.
what does that mean?
As your student, there's something I want to ask you. At the end of the lowest of the lows, what makes someone stay on their feet?
Oh, that's the Mine question.
This is... Let me see. A memory of when I asked Sensei this. And Sensei's response had been...
What that person believes in. Some things don't work that way. What makes someone act in their feelings and beliefs? Whether it be faith in something great or trust in something within themselves.
Sensei. Then, where is it I must place my faith? Please guide me, Sensei. How can Trinity atone for all the sorrow and tragedy we caused?
I feel like they're trying to. But the recipient of that atonement does not want to accept it. It needs to be a two-way street. But how do you fix that? How do you fix it? No idea. Do what you believe in.
I do not recall Sensei saying such a thing. What do you believe in? What kept you going in your darkest moments? No, wait. This is... I know it. I'm certain this is Sensei's advice. We cannot change the past. But that doesn't mean we can't continue living in the present. So, if the path you took till now isn't wrong, continue to stay true to that path and prove yourself. The path I took... That's... If you turn a deaf ear to the voices calling out for help, how would you see yourself? I see. That's how Sensei... I have my answer. Perhaps it may not be a satisfactory one. However, I shall declare here and now my right to continue living on despite our sins. You are correct. This world is one overflowing with sorrow, one where pain is often the keystone of our existences. The present could not exist without the sacrifices etched into the foundations of the past. Despite these incontrovertible truths, I shall continue my trivial, menial pursuits. And if those pursuits can remove even one spoonful from the deluge of sorrows, I seek nothing else. There are things in this world I must protect. I do not do so with the expectation of reciprocation. Since when did my hubris lead me to such reprehensible entitlement? For it is both my duty and my pride to follow my path of righteousness. Go forth with faith and honor in your heart. Upon reflection, calls for aid echoed all around me. If I could only return in time and attend to each and every one of them. Why must the limits of our bodies be so restrictive to our desires? Regardless, the path forward is clear. I shall never allow those voices to fall upon deaf ears again. As long as these feeble hands can reach, I can hold them out. I shall hold them out. It is my naive hope that these seemingly microscopic choices shall accumulate, piece by piece, effort by effort. And one day, each and every one of these innocent children can see a better future in a better time. For medicine knows no borders. Everyone behind me. Captain? Captain?
And they're remedial knights again. No more hiding. No more hiding. Mine's still doing what she believes in. But at least now it has a sense of purpose behind it.
The remedial knights will protect you.
Wait, she's doing this alone? Wait, where's everyone else? Oh jeez. Where's everyone else? Oh, okay. She's just doing this. I see. Oh, that's it? Not even the victory music. Interesting. You know, that's actually a good choice, because sometimes the victory music takes you out of it a little bit. But that's a good choice there. I just wish that she had a different, what do you call this? Cutscene for that one.
Mine. Captain. Captain. Hanae, we have to secure her airway. Breathing seems to be stabilizing. Got it. I'll start loosening the clothes around her neck and waist. And get a stretcher. Yes, please. Did you hear that? He heard it too. He definitely just said remedial knights, right?
Okay, so everyone's heard about them.
So, those volunteer people were from Trinity? That captain. She was there. She was there the day Madam disappeared. You saw her? What was she like? Well...
yeah, she beat you all up. That happened.
From here on out, your role is to quickly rescue and treat any enemies I injure.
Okay, all right. You're getting a little bit of trauma from her beating you up, but she did help you. I think.
What's wrong?
Whoa. Woe is me. Woe to the inhabitants. Because of the trumpets... Oh, that went too fast. Does it say here? Because of the trumpet blast about to be sounded by the 3 other angels. Oh! We are gonna get to the 7th trumpet. Okay. Apocalypse has come. Armageddon has come.
Oh, what was that? Was that loud voice coming from the sky? Woe to the inhabitants? Because of the trumpet blast about to be sounded by the 3 other angels? Gasp. Could it be that? There's no way. That's just a story from the book of Revelation.
Oh, wait! It actually exists here? Really? I mean, I would have thought that the Bible didn't exactly exist in its entirety in Blue Archive, but I guess it did. All right.
But it's the book of Revelation. You know, the one Arius believes. Wouldn't that mean that right here at this place? Yeah, then we know what those are too. They must be the angels of Revelation. They're harbingers of the end of the world.
What in the world was that? Do any of you know? Yeah, Squad knows. Squad does not like this.
This could be... It's impossible. It must be...
Atsuko?
I'm sorry, Sensei. All I have is conjecture at the moment. However, should not our priority be to move the remedial knights to safety?
Serena, is Mini okay?
Yes, Sensei, she's not in critical condition, but... Is Serena? Sensei?
Oh! Did the rest of the Arius students go militant?
The Arius squad. Got it, Sensei. Misaki, we're opening up a path. Sorry, but could you make way for us? Subaru? Stand down, everyone.
Oh, really? At least you're not unreasonable.
At least for now. Got it, Subaru.
Okay. She probably has her own reasons. So we can no longer stay. Everyone has to leave. Thank you, all of you.
There's no need. I'm happy we had the opportunity to be of assistance. Yes, for the remedial knights as well. Thank you. I thought we were done for.
And you too, Senna. Senna's here! Senna shows up when you least expect it. Thank you, Senna, for being the other medical place around here because Millennium doesn't have one. Oh wait, I think I didn't read her lines.
I was simply following standard protocol for emergency response. I'm pleased to be working with the remedial knights again as well. However, she's... Senna.
What's wrong, Senna?
How should I put this? To begin, there are no medical issues with her current physical condition. I've confirmed this. Estimating from the times listed in the report, she should have regained consciousness by now. But it's simply something to note as of now. However, please understand, Sensei, what I'm going to say isn't a reflection of any kind of data, but just my base intuition. In a way, it's a compilation of all the data I've accrued during my long history of fieldwork. I have a bad feeling about this.
Don't tell me she went into a coma.
Captain, can I give any more details? My apologies, but it's difficult to explain. But still...
I don't think I've seen any other face on Senna except for her default one. So seeing other expressions on her is worrying.
My intuition's telling me that Mina's journey to recovery will be a long one. For the time being, we'll keep her vitals stable and treat her symptoms as they present. Understood. I'll escort you to the Remedial Knight's main building. But wouldn't that be a bit dangerous for you? It wouldn't be my first time. Let's... Sensei?
Oh, Mina, you awake?
Captain, are you okay? Sorry, Hanai. Persistent ringing echoes in my ears. If you could please... I'm sorry. Is this better? Yes, thank you for your consideration. And Senna? Go ahead. You were correct. My current consciousness is only temporary. I shall be in your care for the foreseeable future, so thank you.
She woke up just long enough to deliver a message before falling back to sleep. Gotcha.
I see. And Sensei, I must ask you something of you before my time runs out.
Ask me anything.
Yes. I must thank you first, however. I only clawed my way out of the darkness, led by the light of your words. And now my request. Please protect the everyday lives of the students here at Arius. I understand the request is both unexpected and unanticipated. However, I must ask it of you. For somewhere along the way, I had begun to take it all for granted. The mundane routine of rising in the morning, donning one's uniform, attending class, participating in club activities, retiring to a dorm room. While mundane, trivial aspects of everyday life for us, they are precious moments to others. In reality, the stability afforded to those able to establish a daily routine is the result of the accumulation of many little miracles. Ain't wrong. Pardon? You wish for me to travel to Arius?
Okay, so it was Nagisa's doing. Just not her. Just not her own volition.
Yes, and your mission? I want you to help Sensei, who will be there helping the Arius students prep for an exam. Arius students? An exam? What does this all mean? Exactly as it sounds. I did hope to keep Sensei from physically attending Arius for the sake of their safety. I suppose I should have known that's not in Sensei's nature. It matters not if their destination is the hell written of in scripture. Sensei will always go to a student in need. Yes, I agree. Then, to my understanding, our objective is to secure Sensei's safety? While that is always of utmost importance, I have something more important to ask of you. I want you to provide aid to Arius, in whatever form it may need.
Bold request.
I trust that you, of all people, understand what it is you're implying. I know I've always had a certain manner about me that you've disliked, Captain Mine. And in light of recent events, I hardly think you hold me in the highest regard. I don't come to you ignorant of this. Which is why this is not an order from the Tea Party to the Remedial Knights. This is a humble request from Kirifuji Nagisa to Aomori Mine. Because I'm certain that Arius is in need of your aid. Some would assert that Trinity has no right to offer their hand to Arius. And they would be correct. However, others still know that Aomori Mine does not allow such obstacles to stall her pursuit of what's right. I would not say I hold you in low regard, Kirifuji Nagisa. The Remedial Knights were the ones who abdicated their right to a seat at the Tea Party. We prefer to pursue our own justice, free of the burden of the position's duties. In some ways, I'm grateful to you. However, I do not believe you and I can ever agree on method and manners. My apologies. I understand. Then I shall make my way to Arius, claiming to follow a cry for help.
Okay. She was sent there by Nagisa, agreed with Nagisa, went anyway, and now we're here. Gotcha.
What you've done here, Sensei, you have given these students a glimpse of a life they were meant to have, and yet was cruelly taken from them. Things such as experiencing classes, studying with others, obsessing over trivial matters. These small daily routines of a student's life, please protect them.
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Alright, have a good nap.
Captain. She lost consciousness again. It's a good sign that she was at least temporarily able to wake up. However, or perhaps it's rather a reflection of Mine's internal strength. Well then, Sensei, time is of the essence. Please take care.
I feel like at least in this volume, we're seeing a lot more students get closer and closer to what you might call death.
They're gone. I hope Mine will be okay.
I trust Senna.
I see. Okay.
So, Atsuko, is there anything more you can tell me?
About what what Arius knows about these trumpets. Not much in a sense, we only know their names. Again, this is mere speculation, but they seem to be the beings we call the Angels of Revelation. But if somehow they really were Angels of Revelation, then that would mean... Yes. It's the beginning of the end of the world.
Are we gonna get this resolved at the end of this chapter, or are we gonna make this the next thing after Decagrammaton? Arius Basilica.
Making us all gather at the Basilica. This place hasn't really been used since that day. The Arius Basilica. I heard when we got banished from the original chapel. We used this abandoned chapel building instead. That's when it got its name, the Basilica. I don't think anyone's come in here since Madame disappeared. I don't really know. I wonder what this place is supposed to mean to us now. And why did Subaru want us to meet here of all places? Is everyone here? You all look uneasy. It's only natural. I'm there with you. I'm right there with you. First, here's actually something I want to check, if that's okay with everyone. From what I've gathered, everyone here heard the voice recorded in the Book of Revelation from the scripture. Did anyone here not hear it? There's nothing wrong if you didn't, so it's okay to tell me. I see. No one. Okay, it seems like everyone could hear the voice, but not the trumpets. Still, I wouldn't say for certain that what we heard was an exact reading of the Book of Revelation. Why not? Everyone heard it and it was booming from the sky. This is what's written in the Book of Revelation. As I watched, I heard an eagle that was flying in mid-air call out in a loud voice. Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, because of the trumpet blast about to be sounded by the other three angels. What's confusing me is the first part, the part about the eagle that was flying in mid-air. I kept an eye out, but I didn't even see a bird, let alone an eagle. What about all of you? Did anyone see anything like a bird? Okay, no one.
Oh, crap.
I see. And there's one last thing that bothered me. The trumpet must have blown 7 times, right?
Must blow 7 times.
Yeah, I remember that too. And based on the voice we heard today, we should have heard 4 blows of the trumpet already, right? Yes, that's true. But I haven't heard a single blow of the trumpet so far. How about all of you? I heard it. I didn't hear it. You didn't? It was so loud. I told you already. You were probably hearing things. But everyone heard that voice.
So some heard it, some didn't. I don't know what that means.
Now, I understand. In that case... Everyone, I promise there's no deeper meaning behind this. So please don't read into what we're about to do. Nobody panic or worry.
Okay, I'm a little bit worried.
Can those who heard the trumpets move to the left, and those who didn't hear the trumpet move to the right?
Is she gonna kill someone?
There are clearly fewer people who heard the trumpet. I think there's one more thing they have in common on top of that. Okay, great, thank you. Based on everything I've seen so far, I think I have a working theory about this phenomenon we've all experienced. First, I think we need to head to Porta Passes to investigate it further.
Porta Passes. Where the heck is that?
Porta Passes? Is she serious? Super is always serious, especially when it comes to this kind of stuff. But even Madam forbade us from entering there. But Madam isn't here anymore. And it's not like everything Madam said was right. Still... I know everyone's feeling really anxious right now. But we have to find out what happened. And Porta Passes is the only place in Arius where we will find any answers. Almost the entirety of Arius' history and countless interpretations of the scripture have been preserved there. It'll have what we need. But you have to be careful entering Porta Passes. Yes. If those who are unworthy, insincere, or unfaithful try to enter, they'll find themselves lost, cursed to wander Arius aimlessly for the rest of eternity.
So are you saying the ones who heard the trumpet can go in there?
But still, we need to understand this phenomenon, and what it means for us. After all, Arius... It's always been a place where the paranormal, things that all the technology in Kivotas could never explain, have happened. We're unlike the immortal cowards of Trinity who try to bury their shame deep into the past. They hid from the truth, hid from us by erasing us from history. And this is just speculation, but the events from the Book of Revelation may have manifested because of those Trinity students. And Chalice Sensei. The Sensei too? I can understand why Trinity, but Sensei... Didn't they seem like a good person? I know what you're saying. Even I agree that deep down, Sensei's a good person. But intention and impact aren't necessarily the same thing. You and I, we've lived that harsh reality our whole lives. And in the end, Trinity has returned to Arius. And it's because those remedial knights decided to do as they pleased. It was after they came that the Book of Revelation manifested, didn't it?
No. I think the first one might have been with Saudi, but the rest definitely came afterwards.
And who was the one who opened Arius' doors to Trinity? Wasn't it Sensei? It's no far stretch to say that Trinity, and therefore Sensei, is the cause of this incident. That's true. Even if Sensei didn't bother us with studying and tests, we would have been totally fine on our own. I mean, what's even the point of studying? You're just putting yourself through something hard and boring for no good reason. I can't think of a bigger waste of time. It's not like we have other things to do with that time, but still. This is the group that didn't hear the trumpet. But I don't think studying was half bad. Yeah, we got to learn more about the outside world. I liked it better than learning different torture methods. Admittedly, I didn't really understand anything we were studying. Seriously, they were actually so boring and tedious. It was hard to stay awake. But I still liked it. I liked the fact that I could talk about my thoughts and that someone would listen to me. And this is the group that heard the trumpet. Hold on. No, I'll wait and see for now. Everyone. What happens if the angels blow the trumpet 7 times? What? That's... Could it be? Doesn't the Book of Revelation say that... We studied at the Book of Revelation the most, so that means... The destruction of Arius?
So not of all Kavotos, but Arius?
That's correct. According to the scriptures, 7 blows of the trumpet signal the end of the world. And Arius is where it will all begin. I guess next up would be 7 angels pouring out 7 bowls. Oh, what should we do? Yeah, maybe it's not too late.
Whatever thought you just had, I hope it's not what I'm thinking.
We have to purify Arius. Purify? What is that? Oh. She's right. Sensei, the squad, everyone. We have to chase them out. And then, what about studying? The test?
I guess you're not doing them anymore. Or you could transfer.
Huh? That's what you're worried about right now? You're on that side? Yeah, what about us? Who cares about the other people? Exactly. Keeping that in mind, I want to know what you want. That's why I asked us to meet here at the Arius Basilica. After all this time. Those of us who were banished were forced into this false chapel. Then it was further desecrated by Madam. But still, this chapel is Arius' chapel. Our chapel. Let's get back to our Arius. They said there are 3 more trumpet blows left, right? But we didn't actually hear them. Well, it won't happen anymore once we purify everything. So there's nothing to worry about. But... I've been reviewing really hard.
She was looking forward to the test.
That's it? We're done after just 1 day of classes? That's so...
It was just 1 day. 1 day of classes and field trip.
Maybe not all of this is because of Trinity and Sensei?
Maya, what heresy is this? I'm assuming it's Maya.
What? What? Who said that? Isn't she... Could you elaborate? Well, this is just what I think, but... how do we even know everything will come true exactly as the Book of Revelation says? Gasp. What's wrong with her? Blasphemy. What makes you say that? Well, there was no eagle. And each blow of the trumpet was supposed to signal a new disaster.
You know what? You're not wrong.
But nothing happened. Don't screw around with me. Trinity setting their foot here was a disaster. And that Sensei too. Same with the squad. Yeah, the squad too. Me, I actually hate the squad the most. Even more than Trinity. Yeah, they throw their weight around acting like they're smarter than us. They're the ones who ran away from Arius, who abandoned us. They could have done it. They're more than capable.
Of blowing the trumpets?
The squad would have had no problem leading us all. They even said they were of the royal blood. Why did Saria leave? Why did you leave us? Why? Why'd you run away from us?
Fugitives? Does that not mean anything to you guys?
We all really looked up to you. What did you mean everything's too empty? You were one of us. You lived this with us. How could you go find salvation without us?
No words for Hiyori. Did they say any words for Atsuko? I don't think. No, they did. They did. Hiyori ignored. Like, no one cares about her. No one cares about everyone else, though. Everyone else.
When I look around, I start to think, is this really okay? Is it really okay to live like this? What's the rest of my life going to look like? The thing is, me too. All of us. We all wanted a different life for ourselves. But that's impossible now. No, it's not. What? We can do it, surely. No, maybe. How? Well, I guess we could ask Sensei, but they don't trust Sensei. Not anymore after this whole Trumpets of Apocalypse business. I don't really know, but Sensei knows lots of things that we don't.
Oh no. Is she gonna get chased out?
Sensei again. Sensei this, Sensei that. I'm sick of it. You think Sensei's some sort of god? You think everything's going to work out and we'll find heaven if we just trust and follow that person?
Okay, I can kind of see the Antichrist symbolism right now. Oh, jeez. Yeah.
That's impossible. You know, while we're on that topic, you seem awfully keen on those outsiders. Well, because she went outside and came back. She must have been brainwashed over there. Arius' suffering is nothing new to them. And yet, what has Sensei done during all this time? What has Trinity done to help us?
I don't know. Gave you rations, gave you a little bit of hope. I don't know. But then again, the Antichrist also did that. So what do I know?
Trinity. We wouldn't even be here if Trinity hadn't left us to rot hundreds of years ago. No wonder Subaru wants to reopen Porta Passes. Subaru, are you seriously going to let her talk like that? Subaru, you're on our side, right?
Oh. Leadership question?
You'll protect Arius, right? Prove it to us, Subaru. Hold on, hold on. Prove yourself. Prove yourself.
Oh.
Prove yourself. Prove yourself. Prove yourself. Prove yourself.
Oh, jeez. There's like an actual mob. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad in different ways. She's lost control.
Subaru. That's not it. I'm not... No. I'm really not. I just... Subaru, you said you protect the nest, right? Can I ask you one thing? Yes, sure. Did you hear the trumpet? Yes. I see. I'm sorry.
Exiled? Oh, Maya's crying.
Subaru, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I won't do it ever again. I'll never speak again. I'll listen to anything. I won't ever talk about classes or studying or even wanting to do anything. I don't know what came over me. They brainwashed me outside, I swear. But I'm okay now. I'm okay. So please, I'll never do it again. Everyone, please escort Sister Maya out of the basilica.
Sister? Since when did you talk to yourselves about that? Refer to yourselves like that?
She is to never return to this place. I'll be right behind you. Understood.
Banished?
Subaru.
Wow.
Subaru! I'm sorry. It's all my fault. You're right. That was the way I was thinking. Everything was wrong. So please, Subaru.
Oh, and well, she's gone. Not dead, but gone. Never to be in Arius again. Maybe Squad can take her in.
Everyone. Me too. It's okay now. You can head back first. Understood. Don't abandon me!
Oh, she is actually going through it right now. That is not what I expected. Okay, think a bit. She couldn't hear the trumpets. Anyone who heard the trumpets probably wanted a better life outside Arius and were sincere about it. The ones who didn't hear it are still kind of stuck in their ways. But here Subaru is, I guess, feeling guilty for kicking Maya out? And I guess also trying to wrangle everyone else here? I'm surprised she didn't kick everyone else who heard the trumpet out. Arius conveniently ignoring facts that fit their own narrative. One has to wonder how much at fault was Trinity back then. I kind of do wonder what exactly went down back in the day when they got kicked out of Trinity and stuff like that. So, who knows? Yeah, I do see her eyes. I do see that this could be a potential catalyst for going... for becoming a terror. But it's not always the case. No, so there have been people who've gone this far and haven't gone terror. I mean, come on, Mika has been here before. Mika has gone crazy before, but she hasn't gone terror. So, yeah. This is... Okay, I'll be perfectly honest. I'm not quite sure how to navigate this whole situation. Subaru has her own position to worry about. She needs to show that she's handling things great. Kick Maya out. Even though, you know, she left, she came back. She heard the trumpets. Ah, jeez. and she didn't want to do it. It's kind of like crap. If anyone knows their Bible lore, this kind of reminds me of that trial. The trial for, where everyone is accusing Jesus before, getting him sent off to be crucified. It kind of reminds me a little bit of that, but no, we're supposed to be in Revelation, so maybe it's a little bit past that. And I can't say I've read Revelation, so I have no idea how that goes down. Other than world-ending disasters, supposedly. Okay, how are we gonna get out of this, Subaru?
Subaru! Subaru! Subaru!
Okay, well, are you actually gonna go terror? Wouldn't be our first time dealing with one, but it'll be interesting. The lost child.
Good work, everyone. Today was really something. It really was. Despite that, all of you seem to be taking it in stride. Well, life on the run wasn't exactly a walk in the park.
You've all grown so strong.
It wasn't because I wanted to, alright?
Yeah, I get it.
What? People usually grow the most when they have to, not because they want to. You're always annoyingly right. But once we're done here, we have to go back to being on the lam, don't we? Hiyori? Nothing. I'm happy regardless. But still, something is... maybe I'm just having all these weird thoughts because we haven't been back here in a while.
No, Hiyori, it's not weird at all. When it comes to you all and Arius, I bear responsibility for my negligence.
What? What are you saying? Sensei? You know, Sensei, please don't feel that everything must rest on your shoulders. We're responsible for the choices we made, and it's our responsibility to carry that ourselves. But for now, let's focus on what we can do. What we can do now. We can figure something out together. First, I'd like to address Mine's request.
Daily life, she said.
Yes, daily life in Arius. Well, the daily life she described is the complete opposite of Arius' reality. Right, all these things the students experienced since we've gotten here were brand new. Taking classes, studying, field trips. They even saw straws that could filter water and types of medical supplies they didn't even know existed. These aren't just medical supplies to them. The students receive blankets with reliable insulation for once, not the scraps of fabric they usually use. Even the nutrition kits they brought are foreign to Arius. I see. What are considered the trivialities of life for one can also be miracles for another. Mine requested we protect this, yes? Having a daily routine, feeling secure in tomorrow, the growth that comes with such a life. It's all surprisingly hard to come by.
You're right, Misaki. That's where I need to do better as a teacher.
But I really don't want to study anymore.
Shame! It's your duty as a student. Sorry, you gotta do it while you're still in Kavotos.
You totally just sounded like a teacher just now. Right. You are a teacher, aren't you?
Alright, it can't be helped. What I'm going to do next is a student's worst nightmare.
What is that?
I'm sending out a mass text through Momotalk. and announcing that class is still on tomorrow. No! End of the world is coming and we still gotta go to class? What?
You're cruel, Sensei. People grow and get stronger at pushing themselves to doing things they don't want to. They say the same thing in Arius, although our version's a bit darker. I remember that. Personally, I prefer Sensei's version of class over Arius's. Of course, I can only speak for myself. I'm sure Misaki would disagree with me, right?
Seems like right now the Arius students believe that their school will become the Millennial Kingdom, hence why they want to purify the chapel. Hence why they're removing non-believers. So just the chapel, not Arius itself, from what I'm understanding.
I never said that. Why are you guys always like this when it comes to me?
Because you're so fun to tease, and also because it shows that you're having a little bit of growth. So it's just a chapel. Interesting. But they haven't been kicked out of Arius yet. So I'm kind of okay. The way I'm starting to see the Arius students is quite a bit like the Sisterhood. Just a little bit more intense.
A Momo talk? Although it was hectic, thank you for your hard work today.
Class will continue as scheduled tomorrow morning. Sensei really sent out the text. All right, end the world averted for now. Let's go back to class tomorrow.
We strongly urge all students to attend and participate. Are you kidding me right now?
I think what I'm more surprised at is that even Arius students have access to Momo Talk. So I guess at least, well, I guess cell phones are at least a basic right in all Kivotos, even in Arius.
Do they not understand how dire this situation is? Is Subaru back yet? We need to tell her about this.
Okay, she hasn't gone terror yet. She's still fine.
Subaru, you're here. Sensei just sent out this announcement to everyone. And it said, I'm aware, I got it too. Oh, you are? I see. Well, that's good.
They got excommunicated over scripture interpretations. This is true. They are true. Closer to nuns.
I just deleted it. Don't bother yourself with it.
Okay, well, can Sensei force them to come?
Don't bother? Deleted it? Is there a problem? Not at all. Well then. It's getting late. Let's get back and get some rest. We're just going to go to bed? I mean, I guess it is late, but what about Sensei? They don't know anything about us, but they still think they have the right to boss us around like this. And the squad too. Shouldn't we, like, I don't know, send in a complaint?
Gonna complain to the manager?
Oh, and Maya too. I know she can't come back, but shouldn't we at least get her a blanket so she doesn't freeze?
No. Here's the thing. Once you kick someone out, that's that. You shouldn't even worry about them.
You're actually worrying about someone you kicked out? Shame on you. I'm really not in the mood to repeat myself. Subaru? Huh? Go. Sleep. Understood?
Ooh, she's serious. More serious.
Understood. Good night, Subaru.
Subaru, what's going through that mind of yours?
Maybe I'll just sleep in the Basilica today. I can still feel it, even here.
Feel what exactly?
That feeling that I'll never sleep again, or fall asleep again, even if I die.
Become ghost. Well, what a nice rainy day in London, right? Right? Oh no, she's out here in the rain.
What should I do now?
Well, you could always go to squad. You can always go to sensei. Sleep with one of them.
Just like this? Like this? I want to disappear.
Oh, and she got the message.
This is...
Excuse me.
Class tomorrow? Even now? Sensei, seriously?
Oh, jeez. I think the hiccups are starting. Hiccup attacks are starting, and I hope I can hold them back. It's perfect. Let's start with picking up the chairs. Look, there's even a podium and a blackboard. It's okay. That's why they call it the first week syllabus week. It's just a quick overview and then attendance. What? We did all that in one day. That's kind of amazing, actually. Jeez.
I want to go. I want to go to Sensei.
Sorry, hiccups.
Uh,
And Sensei is getting a night visit. I had been staring at the ceiling, the events of the day running through my mind. The Book of Revelation, the blow of the trumpet, angels. I cycled through them again and again. Who's that? Hiyori? Misaki? Maya, are you okay?
Sensei. I'm really, really sorry. But could I sleep here just for tonight?
Oh, jeez, this... Hold up. Does anyone know a good way to get rid of hiccups? Like, reliably. That worked for them. Alright. I think it's calmed down for a little bit, but let's hope it continues.
Please. I'll be gone in the morning, and I'll never bother you again. I promise.
Ah, welcome in! Welcome in, but please don't cry. Okay, can we talk about it first?
Got?
Were you crying? Let's wash your face. You're soaked all the way through.
I'm fine, but...
I did my best to wipe down her face with tissues and bottled water. Maya immediately started to lap at the water, so I got her a variety of... I got her every variety of drink we had. Okay. At first, I wanted to ask her what happened, but after thinking about it... Okay, let's get some rest for now. You can use the sleeping bag.
Hmm? But isn't this yours? No, I shouldn't worry about it. There's an extra foil blanket in the emergency kit. No, that's not right. I'll use a foil blanket instead. What? If I keep on insisting, you'll sleep outside without a blanket? That's even worse. Okay then. Thank you, Sensei. Am I hungry? I'm okay. I'm totally fine.
Oh no, you sound hungry to me. Yeah, I knew you'd say that.
I'm sorry.
Here, have some MREs. This might be what they would call a calorie mate elsewhere. Nom 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 gulp. Eat slowly or you'll hurt your stomach.
But this is good.
I mean, calorie mate isn't really that bad. Some people think it's not. I mean, some people think it's not very good, but it's supposed to really be dry. It's supposed to be quick calories when you're out. It's not meant to be a snack.
Yeah, really good.
All done?
Yes, I'm feeling full now. I should get some rest then? Sensei, are you not going to ask me what happened?
I'm really curious as sensei, but I think you need a little bit of time for yourself. So, nah, we can talk about it later once you calm down. Let's get some rest while we can. Man, I am beat.
I'm sorry. Because of me, I'm sorry. What? You'll flick my forehead if I don't stop? Everything's okay, so don't say anything and get some rest for now? I can figure out what I want to do tomorrow. You're really okay with me staying here?
Yeah, if you want to talk, you can. We're not in any rush.
Thank you, Sensei. Thank you.
Maya must have been exhausted because it didn't take long for her to fall asleep. A mental exhaustion. She was restless all night, clearly plagued by a bad dream. But I thought I could at least do this much. And I'm glad that Sensei is at least getting some introspective lines. That's not a selection, a fake selection, but a selection nonetheless. How about Subaru? She probably hasn't slept.
Is everyone here? Yes! Well then, from now on, our destination is Porta Passes. Yes, Subaru.
What about class?
Is this really okay? It's so early. I guess that's why she told us to go to bed yesterday. But the sun isn't even up yet. And it looks like we're really going to Porta Passes. That means Sensei's class will probably... But what if we don't find what we're looking for there? Shh! She'll hear us! Is there a problem? No, not at all. Therefore keep watch. Because you do not know the day or the hour.
Yeah, they did say that. And who came to class today? No one except for Maya. And squad.
Did no one come?
She came.
Sensei, I believe this is what they call an unexplained absence.
Yeah, and a group one on top of that. There's nothing more unpredictable than high school girls, but still. Nothing more predictable than high school girls. The drama. And everything.
What should we do, Sensei? It's been too long since we left Arius. We're unlikely to be able to squirrel out any of their hiding spots. You intend to call Subaru?
Actually, that's a very good way to phrase to put that into context. If apocalypse were to come, like for certain apocalypse would come in the next 24 hours, what would you do? I honestly don't know what I would do. Planes would be down. Nothing will be running. I feel like people would be out in the streets and causing havoc. I guess I would have to hunker down, but not everyone's gonna be doing that. Both of those. I don't know. I guess we won't know until we actually get there, but that's an interesting thought. Oh, actually calling. No one's picking up.
She's not picking up?
I get that people might not like my educational policies, but a mass ditch day is a bit...
Sensei, I probably know where they are. You do, Maya? They're all probably on their way to Porta Passes.
And of course, Squad knows what that means. Porta Passes 1. There will be a fight or there may not be a fight. What is that?
Well, I don't actually know either. It's a building here in Arius. I think it's really, really old, but that's pretty much it. The squad might know though. All I know is that means Gate of Peace. And that its doors are never to be opened. Yes, Arius had a revolving door of leaders during its long history of civil wars. Despite that, every faction respected the law to never approach Porta Passes. Thinking about it now, I wonder what manner of things could possibly be hidden there. All these people who hated each other were able to agree on just this one subject. We were too focused on survival to think about things like that then. They always told us first years that it wasn't our business and to not go snooping. I've only heard rumors, but one says there are secrets of Arius' past buried there, ones that no one is meant to know.
About Arius' past?
But I've heard all about the history of Arius from my seniors. Yes, but what you heard was Trinity's records, because publicly, that's all that's known. We never had the chance to inspect them ourselves, but we grew up learning that everything written in Trinity's public records is nonsense. Like how the excommunication was inevitable once Arius escalated to violence at the council. Arius had no one to blame but ourselves for our exile, and on and on. They say history is written by the victors, and that rings especially true here.
Atsuko, any thoughts?
Yes, Sensei? Do I have something to say? If I may, Sensei. Do you know of any students well versed in the darker aspects of history between Trinity and Arius?
I know one! I know One. Her name starts with a U and ends with an I. Yeah, I feel like she might know.
That's impossible, Atsuko. How would they know any better? No, it's always possible. Because no matter where you look, you'll always find those who pursue and preserve the nature.
Preserve the truth.
Trinity's library committee, perhaps.
Since when do you know about the library committee?
I don't know much about the students themselves, but I've heard of them, at least. I've also heard that their president has quite an impressive personality, amongst other things.
She's not wrong. She might have a book somewhere.
How? We never received that kind of intel. I do wonder. Perhaps it is simply the privilege of my royal lineage? There's our Hime. Right, usually there's someone like me who wouldn't even be looking at the princess. Now, that's not me anymore. Now, I'm Atsuko. Oh, what? But... We're both first years, aren't we, Maya? That is true, but still... Let's practice. Atsuko. Atsuko. Yes, good job.
Here, a handshake. What is she, a dog?
Atsuko had secrets of her own she had to keep. It's an inevitable side effect of her position and status. She was inherently entitled to higher level intel. So that's why you didn't tell us about them. Yes, I apologize. At the time, if I had spoken too carelessly, it would have been our lives on the line. And after we left Arius, well, what was the point? Yes, but now it does matter.
I get it, Atsuko. I'll try reaching out to Ui. It really is Ui.
Ui, so that's her name. I'll leave it to you then, Sensei.
Ui. Wait, when was the last time we called Ui? I think we had to, like, get a book fixed. It's always nice seeing you, Ui. It's always nice just to hear your lovely voice.
Am I some kind of handy encyclopedia to you? She's so scary. So scary. Whoa. She's scary. So scary. You're scared too, Hiyori? I don't think the squad members were scared of anything.
Nah, that's just Hiyori. Don't mind her.
But there's so many things to be scared of in the world.
Sorry, I'm really sorry. How about 20 coupons for an Americano? For White and Mason.
President, do not accept that offer. There's an opportunity to repay Sensei for all they've done to us, not squeeze them for caffeinated drinks. But... if you even think about it, I'll drag you on a business trip all the way to Sensei's location.
Wait, business trip? To Sensei? Why would that be bad? I guess she doesn't want to leave the library. Okay, that would make sense. She truly lives up to her reputation. I'm sorry, that's just how Ui is.
Hello, Ui, Shimiko. I'm Hakari Atsuko from Arius Satellite School. Nice to meet you.
Jomai Saori. Imashino Misagi, we're introducing everyone now.
I'm Tsuchinaga Hiyori. I heard Trinity's old library is a renowned library in Kivotos. Do you also have things like past issues of magazines? Yes, Hiyori, we do have a just for record-keeping purposes. Would you like me to deliver some through Sensei? Really? Thank you, but I don't have anything to offer in return.
Yeah, that's the library. Just get yourself a library card. You'll be fine.
It's okay. Anyone who appreciates the preserving importance of the printed medium is our ally. I'm so glad to be alive. Excuse me for my late introduction. I am Endo Shimiko.
And we will get to see more of you next time.
What? I need to introduce myself too? I'm Tachigi Maya. Nice to meet you. President? I'm Kosuke Ui. Moving on to the topic at hand.
You read about our current situation on Momo Talk, right?
Yes, we investigated every avenue available, and I believe we were able to find what you wanted, Sensei. You found them? But... Of course, these are classified as banned books in Trinity. I can understand why some of these resources shouldn't be made available to the public, but... It's all because of the Tea Party and the Sisterhood's stubbornness. Their handling of this has been so egregious that it's making them look suspect.
And there goes the tinfoil hat.
We're Trinity's library committee, and keepers of the old library on top of that. We were able to find most of what you needed. Of course, our information on other academies may not be completely accurate. But even that is just another manifestation of Trinity's past. Those authoritative scum always want to twist a narrative to their advantage. So they lie and cover things up and use more lies to hide their tracks. But in this case... Could you tell us what you know, Ui? I'm asking as someone who was once called the royal blood of Arius. Royal blood? You?
Yeah, she's telling the truth.
I was going to tell you everything I knew regardless, just so you know. But since Sensei's vouching you for you as well, there's really no need to hold back. Porta Passes was originally intended to be used exactly as its name suggests. Yes, it was going to be the Gate of Peace. It was built when Arius Satellite School first split off from the Trinity General School. Surprisingly, back then, both Trinity and Arius thought this conflict would be peacefully resolved. However, that wasn't the case at all, yes? Yes. Well, even our records get a little blurry when it comes to that time in history.
Well, considering that Trinity is basically the UK, I wonder if the royal blood is actually the royal family. Except in this case, the royal family is also excommunicated. And you got only Parliament left.
Wait.
Did I miss something? Oh yeah.
Well, even our records get a little blurry when it comes to that time in history. There's a saying that the true horror of power lies not in the not in recording things, but in not recording things at all. So we weren't sure about this part. It's rather inconsequential in the grand scheme of things, but I will summarize briefly. The endless civil war in Arius began with a dispute over the completion of Porta Passes.
Really? Over that thing?
But wasn't it the Gate of Peace? That's the opposite of what it stands for, isn't it? Am I allowed to be here right now?
Yeah, yes, you are.
You'd be surprised at how often monuments like these become divisive symbols. There are inherent limitations to the concept of symbols, just like this one. People tend to rebel when they feel like something is being forced upon them. Yeah, there were people who thought the Gate of Peace was a farce. But there were also others that said it didn't matter if it didn't bring about peace. It symbolized a belief that peace would eventually come. There was one belief at the core of each side, that any negotiations with Trinity would be impossible, and that negotiations were the only way forward.
And so, civil war.
Yes, the anger that had been directed outwards began to turn inwards. That should sum up what you need to know. It happened too long ago and was too violent of a time for Arius to possess any proper records either. But the seed of anger that was planted then, it has passed down from generation to generation.
How are they making babies? How are we making babies in Arius? I need to know.
A seething hatred towards Trinity, an even greater hatred towards ourselves. In the present, it's simply a story from our history books.
People are beings capable of empathy after all. As we've evolved, we've reached a point where we're able to empathize with others. And we're able to apply that same empathy when studying history. We can understand the emotions and perspectives of the people from those times still.
Yes, that's exactly how the anger festering in Arius has continued to pass down. The faction against the Porter Passes as a symbol of peace was the first to emerge victorious during the Long War. They decided to construct a massive underground archive to create and set guidelines for Arius. There was an archive under Porter Passes? Yes, and that archive is a record of everything that has ever happened in Arius.
It sounds just like the Trinity Library. Recording something for the future to one day see is something like humanity's instinct. It's like a universal desire.
Yes, so the archive reporter Passes served as a library and archive for Arius. However, if my knowledge is correct, the party that held power in Arius about 150 years ago designated Porter Passes as its archive as restricted.
Why?
No one knows. I only have my own speculations. Perhaps it's because they couldn't handle it anymore. All the stories that kept piling up, and the dark emotions linked to them.
I see. I might understand that a little.
So, an information blackout. Trinity suffers from those too. Seriously, authority figures are always... Solely from governing and ruling perspective, stoking some level of anger in your subjects can be a beneficial tool, but excessive amounts can backfire. We see it in history again and again. Someone immobilizes a group of agitators who seize power, and then eliminates them as soon as they get what they want.
Is that really how the outside world works? I'm scared, Hiyori. I'm scared. Me too. I'm losing my strength to live on. But Shimiko said she'll send us copies of magazines, so I'll try to hold on hope a little bit longer.
All for the old issues of magazines.
I mean, the same thing happened in Arius too. I see. So Arius' history was passed down by oral tradition after that. Yeah. However, Arius' ruling power changed hands constantly until Beatrice took control. Which is why each of them restricted access to Porta Passes. You finally said her name. Yes, I think it's about time I should. But there were definitely side effects of passing down history orally. To put it simply, everyone's stories were slightly different. That's how it usually goes without written records. Some things get exaggerated, some things get lost, some things get distorted by emotions. The history of Arius we were taught is probably a very distorted version of the truth. Yes, I don't believe anyone would find anything groundbreaking from releasing the records in Porta Passes either. In fact, reviewing the records may become the first step to normalizing Arius. But then, what does Subaru want there? Subaru probably knew something. Although I cannot say what the exact process was, after Beatrice disappeared, Arius was warped into a place where the rules of reality were twisted. Anything was possible. That's true. Which is why until Subaru regained order, this place was... No, don't cry. I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you all something now. Something only I know.
Another bombshell?
Although I suppose Subaru likely knows of it as well.
But why does she know?
What is it?
It's the Misty of Arius hidden in Porta Passes.
Out with it already. What is it? To be continued. At least it's not to be continued on the next chapter. Alright. Don't keep me in suspense. What's this about? What's this all about now? Wow, Uwe is getting some first class intel that's not written in books, and this is what she lives for.
Mystery? Seriously? Wait, there we go. Are we summoning ghosts next? Some vengeful spirits?
That did happen. That did happen.
President?
I've never heard of this. Who wouldn't have? Honestly, I believed it to be nothing but a legend or myth at first. I haven't spoken of this to anybody. However, just before the Eden Treaty, Beatrice went to Porta Passes archive. I was the only one she told of this.
Beatrice went to the archive?
But no one was allowed to go there. Do you think Beatrice cared? That's true. Beatrice had many secrets, and this was one of them. Then, could it be that the St. Justina Council's mime seas manifested because... Perhaps? We'll likely never know. At most, I think we can say that At most, I think we can say they were likely related in one way or another. And as you all know, the appearance of strange phenomena also began to increase across Arius. Yes, I remember. There were suddenly lots of new things I've never seen before, and we had lots and lots of weapons. We didn't think much of it, I guess. We just thought that adults are different from us. Adults are incredible.
So they didn't have weapons for the longest time? Wait, were guns always a part of Kivotos? Now that I'm thinking about it?
But the began to increase part is important here.
Does that mean...
Yeah. Although rare, strange occurrences have always happened here in Arius. Sure, every school has their ghost stories, but with Arius, it was on a different level.
Sword Archive real? Is that where Project KV went?
It wasn't until after I left Arius that I realized the number of occurrences here wasn't normal.
Why are they happening here?
I can't say exactly why. However, I believe this place simply ended up like that.
I don't remember seeing Kuzunoha with a gun. At least her sprite didn't suggest that she had one. No. Let me actually look at it again. Let's look. I know it's a bit of a... what do you call this? Kuzunoha. A bit of a sidetrack. Kuzunoha doesn't look like she has a gun, but she has a case here. Or what looks like a concrete block. It kind of looks like a concrete block covered up in seal. So if she has a gun of any sort, it's going to be in this thing. Wow. I don't think I actually took a close look at her outfit before. Someone mentioned that she wears a modern sports day outfit for being so old. But I also didn't realize she was wearing sneaker Getas. Sneaker Geta sandals. That is new to me. All right. That's but no, not that I could tell. She might have had one because she made the rifle Nagasa uses. Oh yeah, true. Didn't think about that. There was always something in Arius. Always something. Always with the ghost stories.
Lament, grudge, resentment, rage, resignation. They all gather here to fester. They say that a strong enough desire or resolve will manifest itself in some form or another. But isn't that just a metaphor? We've already seen them. Like the St. John's Cena Cancel in Barbara, no? We did. But I thought that was just Madame's Beatrice's doing. Maybe I was averting my eyes to it. The other side of Arius' truth. I can't say anything for certain. However, sometimes I can't help but be afraid. That swirling mass of negative emotions. Just what could it be lying underneath them? Just imagining it terrifies me.
Well, considering we didn't get a raid boss from this, it's probably nothing too big. It can't be that bad.
Let's talk about the Book of Revelation, everyone. Since in any case, it seems to be the core of the events taking place in Arius right now.
Yes, thank you, Shimiko.
Of course, Satsuko. The Book of Revelation is the last chapter of the scripture that has been passed down in both Trinity and Arius. After all, the scriptures used in both academies are the same. The two may have diverged due to differences in interpretation, but the source remained one and the same. However, in Trinity, the Book of Revelation is used as a reference text, kind of. A book of ethical lessons, advice, and proverbs. That's all.
Arius' research and interest in the Book of Revelation were much more intense.
Yeah, this is kind of how the world treats it right now anyway.
They were interested in the end of the world as discussed in the Revelation.
So many people are. So many people are. Doesn't that mean...
One way or another, Arius' leadership wanted to bring about the end of the world. I'll be honest, Sensei. That's exactly it. Misaki? What's with that reaction? Am I lying? And this is Sensei we're talking to.
I can understand. A neglected child was set fire to their village just to feel the warmth of the flames. Might even feel like salvation.
Oh, wait. OBS disconnected. Are we good? Are we live? Let me double check really quick. Got an OBS disconnected message. That hasn't happened very often. Okay, no, we're fine. We're fine.
Because at the very least, I would make them feel like things are fair.
They say that for an individual, their death and the end of the world are ultimately the same thing, right? Then I think it's more than possible for someone to see it the other way around at some point.
Yes, it's dangerous when people tunnel vision. They tend to confuse means and goals. In the Book of Revelation, a group of 7 angels appears 3 times. We call them the Angels of Revelation.
I thought of it as nothing more than a myth, originating from our fear and suffering. Arius was always fond of the Book of Revelation, after all. Like Atsuko said earlier, strong human emotions tend to manifest themselves in some way. The 3 groups of angels recorded in the Book of Revelation signal the end of the world. The first is 7 angels opening the seals, followed by 7 angels blowing the trumpet, and lastly 7 angels pouring out bowls.
Opening the seals. Did we see that?
You said you all heard the trumpet, right? I did too. That must have been the angels blowing the trumpet. Based on the text, there were 4 blows of the trumpet. This aligns with the voice we heard from the sky. Because of the trumpet blasts about to be sounded by the 3 other angels.
What happens if all 7 angels blow their trumpets?
I wonder. If by any chance everything in the Book of Revelation comes true, then it'll be 7 angels with bowls of wrath next. And once everything pours out onto the earth in order, the world will end. In its place will be a new world for those who are faithful. That's what we were taught. Yes, if everything follows the Book of Revelation, that is. But were they truly the 7 trumpeting angels? Do you think they could be something else? Perhaps, honestly speaking, everything is up in the air right now. Something has always brewed deep within Arius, and this land has always seen tragedy after tragedy.
Oh, we're here.
We're really here. Everyone, be quiet. It's just a building. Don't panic. Yes. Our destination is the archive, located underneath Porta Passes. It's said the truth of Arius lies dormant there. There may be clues about the trumpeting angels there. As you all well know, this place has been locked for over 100 years. Subaru? The door's open? What? Does that mean someone's already been here?
Yeah, apparently Beatrice. She forgot to close the door. Rude.
No, it's okay. This works out. I've heard that the one who opens the door will find themselves forever lost at the end of their journey. Someone's very kindly opened the door for us, so we have one fewer thing to worry about. Does that mean we're really going down there? No, I'll be the only one going. Something scary could happen down there, you know?
So, why is everyone else here?
Got it, Subaru. What should we do then? Set up a base here, please. A base? Yes. You've all trained for this, so don't worry. But make sure you're ready to respond to attacks from both outside and in. That's... Could it be for in case anything happens to you? Don't make me repeat myself. Got it.
Well, at least she's ready. At least she's willing to do this herself, whatever it could be. But hopefully she doesn't twist anything. Some people couldn't hear the trumpet.
Yeah, we were divided into people who could hear the trumpet. And people who couldn't. Do you know why? I'm not sure. I was in the group of people who could. And Subaru couldn't. Why are you crying? Sorry. I'm sorry. It's just... I did have a feeling something must have happened yesterday. I apologize. I don't mean to pressure you at all. However, if you feel comfortable, could you share what happened? Where did the other students go? Why did only you return to Sensei? And how did you know those students were headed to Porta Passes?
Atsuko, that's...
I see. So you said you would wait until Maya feels comfortable, Sensei.
Maya curled up in place and started shaking like a leaf. Oh, she's not ready yet. Everyone seemed a little unsure what to do then. Then?
I think it's okay to tell Sensei what happened.
Hiyori?
Sao, shh. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at talking. People often say I'm a bit clueless. But still, I think you went through something really rough. And painful and sad. When that happens, it helps to just talk. Kind of let it out to someone, you know? Just talk to anyone? Yes, in this case it'd be Sensei. And us too. But we can leave you if you feel uncomfortable. I didn't mean to.
We can hang up too. Yes, whatever you need.
Forgot that we're still on call.
It's okay. You can really trust Sensei. At least I do. No matter what you say, Sensei always tries to help you. They brought me stomach medicine once, and even magazines. I mean, Sensei doesn't just magically fix all your problems. You have to figure out what you're good at too. Although maybe Sensei did do everything for me.
I wouldn't know. I don't have you. Your base anyway, so I don't know what your Momo talk is like. I just remember that you showed your stomach. Basically. Yeah.
But still, I'm told that's how a student can learn how to stand up on their own later. I don't know how to explain this well. Anyways, when it comes to stuff like this, just holding on to it and suffering by yourself only hurts you more. The students from our school especially had a hard time with stuff like talking or asking for help. I'm still working on that too. So I thought this might help a little. Hiyori.
The low confidence one talking to the other low confidence one. I think it works.
So should we step outside now? You know, since there's lots of things in this world that can be embarrassing to tell to too many people? Yeah, I guess. Let's take a walk and survey the area. Yes, let's go do that. Excuse me. Yes. I want to do it. To tell everyone.
You don't have to push yourself. She finally mustered the courage, so it should be okay. Right, Uwe? I mean, I'd never...
Yeah, but this is you, not this is her, not you. Are you sure?
Yes. I think I want to hear everyone's opinions, so I can form my own resolve.
Maya slowly began recounting the events of the previous night. We were all stunned into silence, apprehensive of saying the wrong thing. Well... Except for Hiyori. Hiyori will be Hiyori, and this is why we love her.
Hiyori, if you cry like that, it's just too much. This is too sad. How could anyone not feel sad listening to her story?
Of course, she's also the first one to give hugs.
Hiyori, if you...
Oh, that was for Hiyori.
I was barely holding back too. That's exactly what I mean.
Well, at least someone can give a hug around here.
You're very kind, Hiyori. Yeah, she's always has been. Misaki? Stop it. Don't look at me. In times like these, you're supposed to cry your heart out. I'm not crying.
Thank you so much for sharing with us.
No, not at all. Actually, thank you everyone for hearing me out. But it comes back to the question. Why did only some of us hear the trumpet?
I have a guess based on what we've learned so far. I identified one common factor in each of the two groups.
What are they?
Their participation in Sensei's class.
What? But we all went to that class.
But participation isn't quite the same as attendance. Like how you can read the words on a page but not understand a word of it. There are people on the outside who read the summaries of books and speak as if their opinion is fact and law.
Ah, yes, I know what you mean. I know what you freaking mean. People do it freaking all the time. Ay. Let's not get into this.
And there are even people who think books are for decorating walls and bookshelves.
You know what? That's what they did.
In the first place, a book is a conversation between the writer and the reader. You can't just skim it and think you've communicated properly. Show some respect. Respect the books. Respect them. Louie, you're losing the thread. My apologies. Anyway, just like how reading is like that, the same goes for classes. Firstly, studying is the process of taking in something that's not yours. Knowledge that you didn't know. Class is the process of a teacher giving you that knowledge so that you can then take it and study more. You can go to class all you want, but if you didn't pay attention, or if you forget everything as soon as you get home, then what was the point of even attending? Of course, it's just speculation, but you're the only person who can corroborate it. From what I understand, the students who heard the trumpets blow, the sign of the end of the world, they must have been the students who were more open to accepting foreign knowledge and ideas. In other words, students who were less resistant to new perspectives coming into Arius. What do you think?
You're right. I think that makes sense. You're amazing, Ui.
Not at all. It was all just logic-based conjecture.
And Subaru found that out too.
How many times have I told you that you should accept sincere compliments with sincere gratitude? And if they were open to seeing and accepting the outside world, then they'd likely already begun having doubts about Arius as a whole. Knowledge and education are considered among the strongest stimuli for personal growth and change.
If they're beginning to harbor doubts, wouldn't that mean...
Yes. Sooner or later, those students could end up like her. They might be branded as enemies at any moment by the students who don't want Arius to change.
Does that mean the trumpeting angels might be...
Who knows? They could really be angels from the Book of Revelation. But I suppose it'd be fair to say there's a lot of room for interpretation. It could be some sort of phenomenon created by a collection of Arius' students. Arius students, yeah. Hostilities, anxieties, angers, and other negative emotions directed toward the outside world.
It's just as Ui said. That's also what I believe. However, if that's what those trumpeting angels are, then what's within them is something darker and far more sinister than one could have thought.
So it's living hate. Maybe? Apocrypha. Apocrypha? Ooh. This is new.
It really existed. What Trinity concluded as pseudepigraph...
How do you say that word? Hold up. How do we say this word? Pseudepigrapha. Pseudepigrapha and a collection of ancient Jewish and early Christian writings produced roughly from 200 BC and 300 AD that are falsely attributed to famous biblical figures, rather than their actual known authors. These texts are not included in the biblical canon or the Apocrypha. Ah, I see. I see. Kind of like, there's definitely some stuff like the old Dead Sea Scrolls that seem to be too far out. That doesn't seem to fit in the Bible, so they don't add it in. Pseudepigrapha. Yeah. Don't know if you heard this story. A little bit of an aside. This is one story they didn't add into the canon in the Bible. But there was one where Jesus, as a kid, apparently, killed other kids and raised them back from the dead. Would you want that to be in the Bible? Probably not. Who wrote it? No freaking clue. But, you know, I think that's kind of on the same level as this one right here.
The Apocrypha they tried to hide away and eradicate.
Whatever. Anyway.
How long must your servants wait before they may rise in the name of their vengeance of blood? Until when must they endure the mocking questions of truth and lie? Wow, what a strong start. Vengeance of blood. For days of tribulation, when all the wicked and godless are to be removed. Words for the elect and righteous. The Apocrypha stopped here. And this is... I see. The history of Arius was recorded alongside the Apocrypha. Trinity may have sentenced us to excommunication, but they know not what they have truly done. In banishing us, they have sentenced themselves to a lifetime of solitude. Those who cannot embrace their own sister can never trust the embrace of another. Banish us to Nicomedia they may. But here shall be henceforth build the foundation of Arius. Nicomedia? Is that what this place was originally called? We, Arius, were the first ones to face the barrel of Trinity's gun.
Okay, so they always had guns back in the day. Gotcha.
Like a child with a new toy, Trinity sought any excuse to deploy their new weapons. What better target than Arius, those convicted heretics? We were taught this. And the Apocrypha resumes here. For behold, the time will come, when the signs which I have foretold you will come to pass. That the city which now is not seen shall appear, and the land which now is hidden shall be disclosed. And as truth and people reveal, those who remain until that day will rejoice forever. Isn't this from the book of Revelation? But it's worded a little differently from what's written in the Common Scriptures book of Revelation. Well, given the definition of Apocrypha, I guess that's only natural. The world which is not yet awake shall be roused, and that which is corruptible shall perish. For whereas the righteous are not many, but few, while the ungodly abound, for you will rejoice over the few who shall be saved.
Wait. Wait. Are you saying the ones who heard the trumpet shall be saved? That's a little bit opposite of what I feel like this group might believe in.
And not grieve over the multitude of those who perish. And not grieve over the multitude of those who perish.
Did they come in?
Everyone, what's going on? Reporting in. We've set up the base just as you ordered. I see. Good work. How's it going here, Subaru? I wouldn't go as far as to call it a clue, but I did find some hidden scripture. Scripture unique to Arius. Trinity probably doesn't even know if it exists. Then there must be something important there. Before that, Subaru, everyone's been talking about something. Some of us thought we should come ask you about it. There didn't really seem to be anyone else who could make big decisions besides you. What is it? Feel free to tell me. Right, so... if you count all the students here right now... there's a lot of us. We're bigger than a platoon, but smaller than a company. Some groups split off, but that's beside the point. Yeah, so... some people were saying we should have a name. You know, like the Arius squad did. I hate having to say their name. Uh-huh, so that's what it's about. But is that really that urgent of a...
Oh, wait, I think I saw a little bit of shine in her eyes.
Actually, you're right. Names are important. Yes, thank you for understanding. So, do you have any ideas?
You know, I didn't realize how dead her eyes actually were until that shine came through.
Nicomedia. Nicomedia? Yes, Nicomedia's troop.
And now it's official.
From now on, that's what we'll be known as. Understood. I have no idea what it means, but I like it.
It's a bit weird.
Are you sure about this? Actually, I didn't expect you to be the one to suggest it, Sensei.
Honestly, I'm not 100% sure, but I still have to go. I have to at least try talking to her first.
Sensei? What if Subaru rejects you? If she says she can't accept this? Wouldn't that make your going to Porta Passes completely meaningless? I still have to do everything within my power. It's not about whether or not they forgive me. I can't let this end with so many things left unsaid. That's how we plant possibilities for a better future? You're really incredible, Sensei. I want to become a better person. Like you and Subaru. Although Subaru... Even after what Subaru did, it's hard for her to let go. Subaru has a weird magnetism. She makes people want to follow her. Worse, she never seemed to even realize it. Yeah, she didn't. We really lucked out with Saori. Yes, Saori's a very good leader. However, Subaru's doing her best in the way she knows how. This isn't enough, you know that. Yes.
Is something wrong? Should we stop?
It's nothing, Sensei. We're coming. We shouldn't be slowing you down right now, Sensei. We don't know what lies ahead of us. Let's go. And the next page...
To believe in coexistence with Gehenna is blasphemous. They would say that. I don't think there's anything bad about Gehenna. I don't know how they were back then, but yeah, they're not so bad now. Well, aside from the casual terrorism.
Trinity's grasp for power, oppressing and absorbing opposing factions, can only be described as heretic. You who claim to be glorious, you who present as all-knowing, from the very start, humility was not a virtue you knew. Vanitas vanitatum, all is in vain. Records of the frequently changed ruling powers in Arius, vitriolic curses towards Trinity and Gehenna. Enough of that, I'm sick of it. We all are. What we're looking for now is what can or must be done. And the truth behind the angels appearing in Arius. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done, is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. And so, vanitas vanitatum, all is in vain. It returned to the scripture. Vanitas vanitatum, all is in vain. It might be a coincidence, but it's staying true to that verse. This world is a corpse eater. All the things eaten in it themselves die also. Truth is also a life eater. Therefore no one nourished by truth will die. Angels are merely symbols, representations of each of you. Wait. Angels are symbols? Representing us? I've never seen this interpretation before. Oh, what is this?
Oh. Flashbacks? Oh, she's getting flashbacks now. The same one that Mine did.
And the council hereby declares the permanent and irrevocable excommunication of Arius. In the name of our holy parents, holy children, and the Holy Spirit. There was no path forward. With nothing but bloodied hands and battered souls, we forged our own. Light faded from existence, and we were sacrificed to the shadows. They left us to rot in sewage and despair. Existence is no better than the rasta scuttle beneath their feet.
Except the background music's different.
Trinity thirsted for a complete eradication. From the highest reach of the sky to the deepest pits of this land, they wanted our existence to be expunged from reality itself. So many were lost. Meaningless loss soon became entangled in the rhythm of our daily lives. Hatred spread through us like poison, and therefore, vanitas vanitatum, all is in vain. This voice. The past is the foundation upon which the present is constructed. The events of the past echo into the present. Had the council only decided differently, had Arius not been exiled due to the mere difference in their interpretation, what kind of life would we, Arius, be living today? Such things haunted every shadow of Arius. Who are you? We are Arius. We, Arius, are those who were left behind.
All the ghosts. At some point, the Thunder Emperor existed. I think didn't the Thunder Emperor exist right before the current Student Council of Gehenna? I might be wrong about that. But she did at least graduate. Huh.
Please, sorry. Please go back. We were ordered to guard this place. We're not allowed to let anyone enter. Fighting now will change nothing. I understand how you feel about us, but we still ask you to clear the way.
Oh, how bad it was before. This is true. They could actually be actually chaotic evil back then.
We only wish to speak with Kakehashi Subaru, who skipped class today. In fact, none of you should be here to begin with. That's true, but what do we do? Still, Subaru told us to secure the area. I think she just told us to set up a camp. She said don't let anyone in or out. That's basically the same thing. Okay, yeah, that's why you have to go back. Otherwise, we'll have to open fire.
Someone did. Someone started shooting.
Who was that? Sorry. I heard someone say open fire.
And this is how war starts. But Saori's like, that gave us our in.
She fired. Yep, definitely fired. Here we go again. Are you sure about this? We're really super outnumbered. Don't worry. Why are you not worried? Why? I believe a teacher would say, show don't tell, correct? We'll leave it to you, Sensei.
Why do we always solve things with fighting? Because, Sensei, this is Kivoto's, and if you want to get your point across, talking isn't always gonna be the answer. It's after fighting you can talk.
Because that's the Arius way, in a sense.
Oh, are we actually fighting? Oh, we're actually fighting. Okay. Just no remedial knights because they're out of here. But wait, why did we have the remedial knights visit even though it was only very temporary? I guess to get the Trinity side of that flashback. Alright. Speed it up a little bit. Okay. What does Saori do? Ah, okay, damage. For some reason I thought she did, she was an auto attacker. Alright, let's get rid of you. And let's get rid of you. Oh, wait, she didn't say Vani Vani that time. Huh. Does she always say Vani Vani or no? Alright. Appropriate Senna.
There's no way. But what about the angels? What about the end of the world?
Hello, Smexy Jane. Welcome, welcome.
That must mean... Could it be? With my two hands.
Oh, the voice is talking to her. And we don't get to hear anything about the voice.
But why me? I'm just... What? That's exactly why? Those who destroy the earth, and those who are false, and those who take thy name in vain, their destruction shall come at last. What? Thing I just saw. What was that? No, but more importantly... Subaru! Whoa, are you okay, Subaru? You're soaked in sweat. What happened?
She read a book. Got talked to by the ghost of the school, I guess. And I guess she's processing it right now.
It's nothing. Nothing happened. Forget that. What's going on? Our lines are being pushed back, Subaru. What should we do? Go support the front line for now. The thing is, they promised they really just wanted to talk.
Maybe you should say someone shot first.
Don't fall for it. It's all a trick. Don't you remember? All this began because Sensei brought Trinity here, to our Arius. Right. We're going to banish Sensei and the squad for good. Got it. I'll do my best. I lied to them. I'll apologize to them later. I feel so hazy. What is it I wanted to do? Be that as it may, this is the nest I want to protect. Oh, this is from back then. Then all those baby birds can live here with a sense of safety. And maybe, step by step, they'll be able to learn how it feels to live. That's right. I wanted to protect this nest. This small nest called Arius.
And you kicked her out.
Subaru. Subaru, you said you protect the nest, right?
Oh, now she's trying to gaslight herself.
Sensei came here to destroy the nest. The squad is a group of people who abandoned the nest. And behind them is Trinity, intentionally or not. I have to protect this place. I have to. Otherwise, why did I banish her?
You mustn't look away from your responsibilities.
You mustn't look away from your responsibilities. You mustn't look away from your responsibilities. I'm the one who's escalated the situation to this point. So next, I'll need... strength. I'll need strength. The strength to be unyielding. The strength to rewrite reality itself, if I need to. I just need strength. Unleash our anger. Revenge against Trinity. Revenge to Gehenna. Bear judgment to the traitors. Is that? We shall grant you the power of retribution. The trumpet of destruction blows for Arius' enemies.
Oh, is that what it was?
Gasp. They're so strong. It's just the four of them? They're gonna break through. But should we really be blocking Sensei here? Were you thinking that too? Sensei was nice to us. Yeah. Huh? Wait, hold on. Wasn't that... What's the matter? Huh?
Oh, there goes the fifth trumpet. And the sixth one. Okay, the seventh trumpet hasn't dropped yet. Man. How do you think Arius would react? The ones left behind. If they found out Sensei's wife is from Gehenna.
The trumpet?
Well, you're the ones who heard it. Not anyone else, apparently.
The angels! The angels of Revelation. 2 of them on top of that. How many trumpet blows was that? Hold on. 5? 6, I think? Then all that's left is... Wait. Why are the angels coming this way?
Oh. Oh, because you heard the trumpets. That's why. How about everyone else?
The angels are attacking our students? Does that mean it's true? What Ui and Shimiko said?
What did they say? Oh yeah, the one touched by Sensei's words, apparently.
I identified one common factor in each of the 2 groups. Their participation in Sensei's class. From what I understand, the students who heard the trumpets blow, the sign of the end of the world. In other words, students who were less resistant to new perspectives coming into Arius. Sooner or later, those students could end up like her. They might be branded as enemies at any moment by the students who don't want Arius to change.
We're gonna think about that later. We can't just sit by and watch. They're our fellow students after all. Oh, will we be okay? These things were really strong. She's right. The remedial knights aren't here to protect us either. But it's also half the number. We can only try.
You guys did do some damage. The problem is we have no healers. No, wait, we have one healer. We have Atsuko. We don't have any burst healers. That's the other problem. We at least had Serena as a burst healer before. If I remember last time, Misaki was the first one to almost go down. And look at that, they're not even using guns. What the heck? That's pure magic right there. Alright, Atsuko. We need to get this thing going. We need to. Oh jeez, she's stunned, she is stunned, she is stunned. Heal! Okay, that one is a shield, the other one doesn't have a shield. Can we get another heal? Oh, nope, everyone is stunned. Absolutely nothing we can do about this. Ow. Are we gonna pull the credit card out again? Should we pull the credit card out again? I hope we don't.
Sensei?
Let's fall back for now.
Is everyone okay? Yes. It seems like the other Arius students also took the opportunity to hide. But the angels are still wandering around Porta Passes. Like they're looking for their next target. What should we do? We don't even know what they are yet.
No one knew what to say or do. The gunshots and standoffs gradually fell off, and an eerie silence settled in. The chime of a Momo talk finally shattered the tension. Isn't this emote?
Waving a white flag? That signals surrender, doesn't it? What exactly are they even surrendering to here?
No, wait, I get it. Let's go meet them. Cautiously, we went to the location detailed in the Momo talk. Alright, I guess Subaru's here.
Well, we're here. Hello? Is anyone here?
Oh, the other students who got shot down, apparently.
Sensei and the squad. And you... Hi, we meet again. Although maybe not in the best circumstances. So you went to Sensei? Yeah. That's a relief. Thank you for looking after her, Sensei. We were all worried.
Well, I did what anyone would have. But before that, why did you reach out?
Right. That... We know a byway. A byway? Yeah, we checked. The angels didn't react when we took it. I was really scared when they were going to notice, but it actually worked out. But still, they'll see you if you're not careful. I see. Thank you. It must have been dangerous. Don't mention it. Sensei just seemed like a good adult. You all helped us a lot, so we wanted to return the favor. It's funny saying this now, but I actually enjoyed studying. Even though class was boring, it was fun too. It's a little hard to explain, isn't it?
I'm happy you were honest about it being boring. I'll do it, but I'll do better next time.
It was fun seeing Saori as a teacher. Atsuko's class was, I don't know why, but it was really interesting to me. Not fun, but something else. Thank you. Maybe because it was new content.
Yeah, at least you didn't, talk about the other reproduction.
I felt like I could memorize and solve things in calculus, but I couldn't understand trigonometry.
No one understands trigonometry, don't worry about it.
That means you didn't study enough. I wanted to be in Hiyori's class again. That one was fun. Thank you. I'm honestly still confused by the whole exam thing though. But that's because it's something new. To us, all of it was. And it's... well... it was nice to have someone be nice to us and teach us things besides how to hurt other people. Yeah, the whole thing... it felt like once in a lifetime, but still.
It's not. It's not once in a lifetime.
It's not?
That's supposed to be your everyday lives.
Our everyday lives? Sorry, I can't even imagine it. Anyway, enough about us. You want to talk to Subaru, right? Come this way. We'll guide you to the byway. Over here. If you go through those stairs, you'll reach the rear door that leads to the underground archive. No one knows what she's doing there right now. She said not to let anyone in. I don't know what you want to talk to her about. I really hope it works out. Without Subaru, everyone who was left behind in Arius would have disappeared, one by one.
I'll do everything I can. I won't let off a student for skipping classes.
Yes, Sensei.
Well, okay. Okay.
These stairs just keep going. It feels like a road leading down to the abyss, like in the scriptures.
I do kind of wonder what's happened to Subaru at this point. Maybe we can crack her a little bit. She does eventually become playable, so there should be a way.
I wish we could turn on the lights. We can't, right?
Did you bring a light?
We don't want to give away our location.
A little late about that. Oh, Atsuko?
Atsuko. Thank you for holding me, Sensei. But is everyone else okay? Did something happen? Was there a rock or trap there? I can't really see, but I don't feel anything either. Nothing on my end. I see. It must have been me. It seems I'm the only one who can feel it. Pressure's so intense. It's like someone's gouging into my head and shaking my brain from the inside.
Oh, okay. It's the same thing that talked to Mine. It's the same thing that talked to Subaru, and it's now trying to talk to Atsuko.
I have to focus, or I'll pass out. Huh? What's wrong? Do you feel something too? I don't know exactly. Why do I feel so scared and sad? It hurts.
Oh, it got to her too.
It's not me, but I'm feeling it from somewhere else. You're finally here, Sensei.
Subaru. Who else would it be? Well, her eyes are dead, but her halo's not cracked.
Subaru? Are you okay? What's wrong? Did something happen to you?
I think she's not there. Hello? I'm trying to wave my hand at you. I don't have a hand here, but hello? You awake? No. Okay, no, she's awake.
I have a rough idea of what you want to talk about, but let's move elsewhere for now. There are too many things in Porta Passes and Arius that we didn't know about.
What do you mean? Continue in chapter 3. What do you mean? We're still not done? I hate you sometimes. The ending from chapter 1, okay? Sure, fine. That was okay to end there, I guess, supposedly. Maybe not really. But that's too much stuff hanging. How long do you expect me to just sit here and wait? How long? I mean, come on. There was too much stuff there. We are gonna get to the 7th trumpet. That probably also explains why we haven't gotten a raid boss from this, but still. Ow. 11 episodes. And then we go into chapter 3. Come on. Okay, I know they've been I know the Arius chapters have been short number-wise. Content-wise, I feel like the previous one was a bit longer. This one though, it's because we had those 4 combat nodes, wasn't it? All right. Thoughts. Anyone in the chat have thoughts of their own? I'll try to come up with something right now. But other than, you know, the whole thing between Arius and Trinity and actually touching on Revelations kind of stuff, I might actually have to read Revelations eventually. I really don't know what to think about it. It is kind of weird that there's a half of the Arius students that can't hear it at all. Like, what's that even supposed to mean? Ghost stories and Hyakuyaku, I feel like can't even compare to this. This is true legit supernatural stuff. Meanwhile, Hyakuyaku, sure, they got yokai, they got all that stuff, but I don't know. This is, yeah, very much a lot of biblical references, and I don't know that many people that read all the way or even just, Revelations specifically, because I feel like if you read Revelation specifically, most people these days just take the entire Bible, basically, as a guide, as a piece of literature, as a way to, you know, gain lessons from. Fair enough. There are definitely religious people who take every single thing to word by their word. We're not talking about them. We're not talking about them, even though Arius kind of is them. But what we are talking about is Revelation itself. And Revelation itself, only two people read that. The ones who want to figure out what the heck it is saying, and the ones who go out to the streets calling for the end of days. Every single freaking year, someone is gonna say that. And this time, we had 6 trumpets. 7th trumpet to come soon. Lobotomy Corp did not go that far, because if it did, the entire city would be dead. But 6 trumpets cannot beat the freaking angels by themselves. Somehow Mine was able to beat 4. Figure that out. I think the only reason why Mine was able to beat 4 was because she gave them an answer. An answer, I don't know if it was satisfactory, but it was an answer that at least gave her the strength to push on through. Cheesy as I might sound. And now she's in a coma because of it. I don't know. But we still have 2 angels, if we should probably call them that, angels roaming around that can and will kill you. So, yeah. Anyway, it was getting good. Like, I get there is a internal conflict with Subaru wanting to protect the place that they live. It seems like she doesn't care about maybe she cares a little bit about the deep-seated hatred between Arius and Trinity, but she seems to be tired of it also. But she's still not ready, I guess, to accept anyone helping them out. Whether it be Sensei or especially not Trinity. Screw Trinity. To everyone still in Arius, screw Trinity. The ones who left Arius for Trinity and integrated there, they gotta be traitors. They gotta be heretics. So, what if you come back? I guess still a heretic. I don't know, according to these guys. I do hope things will get better. Now that I think about it, I guess we haven't seen a Subaru banner yet, have we? But Subaru is definitely going to be in a banner eventually. Maya isn't, though. Maya isn't in a banner, which I'm kind of surprised about. I thought she would be. If she's not going to be part of Subaru's group, I do hope she at least joins Squad. But yeah, I guess another 2-3 weeks of waiting until the next Arius chapter, unless it hasn't been released yet, even in JP, which I highly doubt it. Speaking of Gehenna, though, they did mention Peace with Gehenna as being heretical, or something along those lines, which I can see where they're coming from. We don't know what they were like before the Thunder Emperor, but during Thunder Emperor days, apparently it was pretty bad. maybe Hitler bad even. And somehow Makoto isn't. Well, she's dork. She's dork, so it's probably okay. I do wish now, since they did mention Gehenna. What? Do we get a Gehenna chapter? Do we eventually get a Gehenna chapter? Because it's been 6 volumes already and we still don't have a Gehenna chapter. 6 volumes plus Volume F plus Decagrammaton. We've only gotten a little bit of Gehenna in the events, which is nice, but that doesn't really tell us anything like solid, right? We're actually getting good lore now, at least for Arius, and hopefully maybe for the whole thing of Kivotos, but whole thing of Blue Archive even. I do wonder, is there an actual Blue Archive? Is it just a pun? Is it just a pun that Hifumi came up with? I hope not. That'd be a bit of a letdown, but also nothing too terrible. But yeah. Well, anyway, if you have any other thoughts, make sure to leave them in the comments after the stream is over. Really looking forward to the next chapter though. Let me see. Do we have any announcements from the Twitter? Yes, blue is associated with youth. Blue and youth use the same kanji in Japanese, and I think even in Chinese. But Japanese is probably what we're going by. And it's definitely a huge pun. Stories of youth. Gosh darn it, it is one gigantic pun. Okay, it doesn't look like we have a new event next week. This is supposed to be taking up the place in an event, but there's no event next week. We are finishing up the Wild Hunt event. We're getting swimsuits in the banner next week. But nothing new. I guess we'll see eventually when the magical girl stuff comes through. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got for now today. Thanks to everyone for watching. Thanks for hanging out. We will be back. I will be back tomorrow for some Not Black Souls. If you want to check it out, please drop by. Let me get the outro for today, but yeah, really looking forward to this one. Just because there's so many freaking mysteries, like holy crap. Where do we even start? Where do we even start? Okay, let me change audio here. And I'll see you all next time. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye. Boop boop. And we go here and